glad.
Hold on. We're live.
Oh, just really quick. I also really like it when he says, "Let's go." That's like my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, he says that a lot,
Hey,
don't he?
James.
Let's go.
James Woodard, the first one. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
Okay.
Woodard.
What up?
The race to the first in the chat. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? I hope you have been keeping well, staying well fed, hydrated, of course, because hydration is key.
Is that for an injury or
No, this
That's
is
Michael.
yeah.
where's
And I know
Michael
it.
ain't
Oh,
here, what?
also, I know is also here.
Asia.
By the way, I don't want to disrespect. I know is here.
I know what's up,
Yeah.
Asia. I know you're just we're getting you up
Oh.
to speed, but this is dangerous era stuff. They ain't made the movie about that yet, so
And I.
Thank you very much. I needed that. Thank you for
it's
that
okay.
context.
Don't worry, I am your Michael Jackson Sherpa. I got you covered.
And Joe, speaking of that, I know a person in the chat on Twitch. Appreciate you. Says I need the numbers on the MJ versus Mario.
Oh, don't worry,
I got them.
I got them too.
I got them.
Okay.
Don't worry, y'all.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready for that.
Okay. Toys and Tits is here. What's good?
What's good?
How's it going?
What up?
Yeah, we definitely gonna dive into where the box office numbers are at. Oh, Tori, remember yesterday you said the Michael movie already hit $1 billion?
Oh, Pepperoni is here
That what he
too.
said?
Pepperoni
He told
said.
me that. Yesterday he said Michael Jackson moves at $1 billion.
Pepperoni says, "Hey y'all, I don't think they can say this." Says, "Hey y'all, just wanted to drop in and say hi. I'm studying for finals, but love y'all. Appreciate you popping in.
Oh, thank you.
That means a lot.
Best of luck on your finals.
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
luck on those
education.
files. Stay
Yeah.
hydrated. Drink plenty of water.
All my students turned in their finals today. A lot of them did.
What's that?
Mojito.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
That
enjoy.
kind of sure.
It's water. Mojito water.
James Woodard says Michael was really good, but his family need to chin check. But the mama was cool. I mean, yeah. Look, every member of the Jackson clan has
Clan?
tripped to some degree or another, to their own respective degree. But hey, that's human nature for you. No pun intended.
Asia, keep your chat up so I can.
Oh, yes, I got you.
All right.
you.
Well, guess we're good to get into it.
Let's get into it. So, if you guys could pick any celebrity to be roasted, who would it be, and who would you want to see roast them?
I mean, I already know my pick.
Let's hear it.
Asia, let's start with
I would say. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, start with me. Who would I want to see roasted? It might be. It's a little controversial. Okay, I'm gonna say it's
Say
a little
your piece.
controversial, but if he was in a better place in his career and his decision making, Kanye West.
Deserved. Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
that would have been a good one if he didn't
If
turn.
he didn't
I'm
turn
like,
crazy, I
honestly,
think Kanye West would have been such a good
Yeah, that
roast.
actually would have been a really
Because
good.
Kanye's actually really funny.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, at any point in his career, he could probably use a good, a good roast here and there.
No,
but
we could have honestly started roasting him probably around the Dark Twisted Fantasy album and had a lot of good stuff to work with.
That would have been a
prior.
good time to do it. Now I don't think it could happen now.
It couldn't happen now, but the people that I'd love to go up there and roast him, I mean, Taylor Swift, low key.
damn, what's your beef with Taylor?
Well, no, because remember, he went on stage and told her that she didn't deserve her award.
Yeah.
So I think maybe she should go in there, like,
Oh,
pay-
okay, you're
Oh,
saying
she should be there.
She should roast.
Okay,
Did I
gotcha.
say that?
No. Yeah, I get it now.
Okay, yeah, I would want Taylor Swift to be one of the ones to roast him. She needs to get her little get back.
We need Jay-Z there.
Might as well get
Jay-Z there.
Davidson up there.
Oh, good one, Tori.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
should go first.
You cook.
Who else we need to? Kim.
Oh,
Somebody could write some good stuff for her. Pete could write some good stuff for her to say.
Hell, put Northwest up on there. I'm sure she got some shit.
She wants to go in on her daddy. But yeah, no, those are the ones I really think would be good. But
Who's
yeah,
some other. I think it's some of his other collaborators though, like people he
Kid
worked.
Cudi.
If they were cool, then that'd be good. I
And
think
that's the thing. If he was cool with a lot of these people,
Yeah.
because at
You
one
ain't
point
got to be
him and-
cool to roast somebody.
Well,
I mean, look at
we saw
Cat.
that. We saw that with Kevin and Kat.
You already said Amber Rose.
Yeah. Oh, Amber Rose, good one. That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
good one. Gotta have Amber Rose.
Oh,
Yeah,
finger
she
up
needs
the
to
booty
get back
jokes
into
are
Remember
gonna
Wiz
go
Khalifa?
crazy.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa? Because remember they had a small beef when they was going back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Somebody in the blues said, Zeldrick said, I just found out about y'all. Love the content and
thank you.
topics. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank
Much
you. Thank
What's
you.
up, Alchemist the Animator? Toys and Tits says Kid Rock needs a roast.
Oh, yeah, no, he most
Oh.
definitely needs it.
Uh-huh. And then
And he needs an investigation.
James said Drake and Snoop and Dre.
Oh.
And I guess roasted by Snoop Dogg and Dre.
Might as well
mean-
bring it. Let Eminem sit up on stage too.
That'd be good.
And wait and get roasted?
No, throw some shots out.
No invite
Wait, and-
Kendrick?
If you got Snoop and Drake, you might as well have Eminem.
Yeah, but you got to bring people. Like, do they have any connection though? Actually, I don't know.
50 Cent.
50 Cent and Drake are cool. But here's the thing. It's
Put
really,
Pusha T up on stage and have him reveal another kid.
okay, but here's the thing. I think y'all are missing, forgetting one thing though. Roasts are also
To pay
like
homage
to
to-
pay homage and uplift this
Yeah.
person. Y'all are bringing real enemies to the table. Y'all are like, that's not how roasts work.
That's not how roasts
That's not how. Have y'all seen any roasts? That's not how they work.
I mean, yeah, but I like to roast enemies too.
What I'm saying though is that like, yeah, okay, if we're doing just made up stuff, sure, but I'm saying like you don't bring an actual op to a roast. It's somebody who
Look,
Kevin
I paid
Hart,
good money to
Cam
see
Williams
that.
did.
I'm just
they
saying.
squashed the beef on stage.
You believe
Supposedly.
that? You know what? We'll get into that.
We'll
I'm
get
gonna
into
save that for when we talk
That was-
about the Kevin Hart roast. Okay, so that was mine. I say Kanye.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Yes. Also, I know it says your baby mama ain't even post your single.
Oh.
Where's she at? and
That lets you know Buddy still media follow Rihanna. No matter what she do, that man got his eyes out there.
no, I think
I think that
it's
was
the
a
fact
diss
that he
to-
had her first, and I mean
He
he's
didn't
gonna
have her
always have
first.
that
Before A$AP Rocky?
Before
He
A$AP
didn't
Rocky.
have her. That before ASAP Rocky, you act like that don't mean nothing.
But hold on, Tori.
That don't mean nothing. She
Tori,
been
yes,
with
it does.
she been with 5-6 people before him.
Tori, the context of this whole thing is this is about
Tell
Drake
him,
and
baby.
A$AP Rocky beefing. So of course,
That man beefing with
Come on,
everybody.
baby.
Does that mean that man literally he'll
Tori.
smash anybody?
Okay,
Is
hold
that
on.
an accomplishment?
I'm not saying that, but if we could stay on topic
Yeah.
for a second.
Who you want to roast?
Yeah.
Who
you
do
got?
you want to who would you want?
Let me see.
Oda.
No. Why?
Because we paid
Because
homage to Oda.
roasts are not just about
Yes.
destroying. Y'all are trying to just bring people to destroy people. These are about uplifting. You make jokes.
You gotta
and
tear
also-
them down before you build them
Yes,
up.
that's why I said Oda.
Yeah.
Hey, we go up there and talk about, hey,
Not
your pacing. Hey, you know, this is this, you know?
I'll get
then
up on
call
stage
me
and tell
Chris
some
Brown.
a lot of,
jokes.
We've been
because
joking.
a lot of the times they put people's friends and people that they're recently cool with on stage. Oda don't go out in public like that.
Okay.
Okay. Well then who else would it be?
Let me see.
Relentless says Beyonce's so trash.
Where's he
Fine.
at?
Let's put Beyonce on the stage. There we go.
Beyonce ain't going for that.
Going for the low hanging fruit. Why not?
Let's put Beyonce on.
Mm.
That protective of her image?
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
But this is about building her up. It's about
I agree, but
No, but she
I
wouldn't.
agree, but she's already had the final word on a lot of things that she has already put out there.
I
to be
want somebody
roasted
to bring
about.
up that elevator
Oh,
thing.
hold up. Tori.
She's already addressed it. She
What
said
did she
sometimes
say?
she goes
Tori.
down when there's $1 billion in an elevator.
Oh.
No, Tori, here's what you got to do. You got to do the roast of Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the other members of Destiny's Child on stage.
Even
There we
Michelle.
go.
Oh, no,
Even Michelle.
No, because y'all wrong. Y'all need to bring back the OG members of Destiny's Child,
Yeah.
like LaToya Lucky.
The one that they kicked out for
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Why aren't you talking about that?
Yeah. You don't talk about that, huh?
Listen,
Yeah.
they were all a group together.
Mm.
Some stuff went down behind the scenes.
Let's
It
bring in
happens.
Let's
Groups
bring in
break up.
Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard. They were supposed to be dating.
Terrence Howard and Beyonce dated?
They were supposed to.
Wait, what does that mean? Supposed?
Exactly. What the hell does that even mean?
Wait, yeah, what does that even mean? Wait, we're supposed to be dating. Like,
He wasn't ready.
wait.
Tori, who do you want to have that
I
roast
just
before you
said let's roast Beyonce.
Okay, next, Joe. Who's your person?
See, the low hanging fruit would be Drake, but I don't feel like he needs to be bullied any more than he already is. Mr. Beast and the person who roasts him would be me. No, I can see the whole show. Let all the other YouTubers and shit get up there and do their lame sets, lure him into a false sense of security, let me build up my energy, and when maybe I'm like third or fourth to get up on stage, I look like I'm getting ready to do my bit, and then stage left, clock that motherfucker. And I will happily get kicked out of the show.
That's crazy.
I know it agrees with you because he says let's roast Mr. Beast without building him up.
Yes. There you go. But seriously, if you want to take the positive route, I'd say a roast of Zack Snyder would be funny. Get like all of his previous cast members and shit. That'd be really fun.
Okay.
Maybe even get like throw James Gunn up there. I'm sure he'll have some snarky shit to say, but I mean, they're actually friends.
You didn't want a James Gunn roast?
Now that you mention it, I'll go the Mr. Beast route with that one, and I'll wait third, fourth, maybe fifth. Let them get some positive coverage, charge up my energy, stage right.
That's crazy. They're gonna carry
You're getting arrested for this, Joe.
Hey, look, sometimes you got to take one for the team.
Okay, so Wigfall in the chat says roast Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh yeah,
Should it be Will Smith?
That was mine.
Roasted.
That was mine.
Oh, tell us
Yeah.
about yours.
No, Will Smith. I was gonna say Will Smith and bring Jada, bring his kids.
What's that nigga name? November or whatever the hell.
Chris Rock.
Oh, August Alsina.
He's on
Chris
vacation with his guy buddy.
Chris Rock. Well, yeah, Chris Rock. That'd be cool. Martin Lawrence. Bring him. Honestly, anybody he's done like big movies with and stuff.
Did they roast The Rock yet?
Margot Robbie. You know what I'm saying? Bring people like that in.
Let's roast The Rock.
Is James Earl? What's his name? Is the dude that played Agent K? Is he still alive?
Tommy Lee.
Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones.
I couldn't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bring him in. That's what I'm saying. That'd be a good one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
His career could probably use that right now.
Who?
Will Smith,
Wait, you saying he needs it?
probably.
Whoa, what? Whoa, hold on.
With
You're
false
disrespecting Will Smith. Hold on.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, post slap incident, that's still he's still working his way back.
He's already back. He did. Bad Boys went crazy.
Who's checking for that?
And they
Wait,
about-
whoa,
and
whoa,
they-
whoa,
Oh, no, a lot of
George,
people went and
please
saw Bad
respond to this
Boys.
man.
I don't know. Have you seen it?
No.
Seen it?
No, that is.
How you gonna hate on a movie?
They use the first person shooter mode camera technique that has not been used in cinema history.
It did really good in the box office too.
Yeah.
though.
It went crazy.
It was
now,
good.
and they getting ready to do I Am Legend 2.
I think honestly Will Smith is already back in my mind. I didn't think that I think he's already back after Bad Boys.
Oh,
Personally.
I don't think he ever left.
Relentless has a good one. What
Was-
about Keenan Ivory Wayans?
I could do that. He's been off the social media for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, you got to get like a more popular Wayne's brother.
But I would no. Keenan is
Well,
the.
I mean, obviously, he's like what Dave is to us.
Yeah.
Low-key, is like what Keenan Ivory Wayne's is
I feel like
to the Wayne's family.
It definitely should be.
So like
Keenan.
all the brothers.
Hold on, what does that mean? I'll make sure am I
in
getting
the sense of
am I
like,
getting roasted?
No.
I feel like he's just
Man,
more
we should.
behind the scenes, but he's obviously like the head of it. He's like,
He's like the idea.
Okay.
No, but I feel like
okay,
it should
alright.
be Keenan because Keenan.
no, I'm gonna save my disrespect when we get to the Drake talk.
Keenan
That's
was
fine.
the first one to make it out the family, and he put his family on. Started in Living Color, and that put on a whole bunch of people, and Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey have to be at that
David
room.
Allen. Greer.
David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson, Jennifer Lopez, Rosie Perez. She was in there. She was the coach for the Fly Girls. I mean, Chris Rock was on there too. Like Jamie Foxx. Like I feel like if they did a roast, it definitely should be Keenan Ivory Wayans because he put a lot of people on, and he started the foundation for what we have now.
Toys and Tiz laughing at you saying November, Joe. For August
I was low key. I was real trying to remember what
No,
his
I
name
knew you were
was.
serious. That's why it was funny because I knew you were so dead.
Well,
I was
that's,
close though. Like, was that like 1 or 2 months away?
you were somewhat close.
we knew what you meant. All right. Well, I guess that leads us into our first topic, which is the roast of Kevin Hart aired on Netflix live. It was a live roast on May 10th. It was hosted by comedian Shane Gillis as part of the Netflix Is a Joke Fest 2026. A lot of roasters went up. There were Pete Davidson, Chelsea Handler, Draymond Green, Tony Bitchcliffe, Regina Hall, Jeff Ross, and then also, The Rock showed up, Cat Williams, Tom Brady, Usher remixed Let It Burn and turned it into like a roast-centered Let It Burn type of song.
I saw that.
Lizzo was there, Venus and Serena. So it was a pretty notable night. But the next day, that's when a lot of the feedback came in and the reception was not all that great, depending
Rightfully so.
on what side of the stand you were on. So what did you guys think of the roast?
I saw Cat Williams' part.
It was. I mean, I saw like most of the stuff that people had issues with, but my thing is like, I get it as a comedian. Nothing is off limits. But then, if you're gonna make jokes or offensive jokes, it's at least try to make it funny.
I mean, there's
a lot of the
way
stuff they
that
were
you can do
saying
that.
was just, well, I'm just gonna be racist, or I'm just gonna, I'm like, but it wasn't even, it didn't even get a chuckle out of me, and I laugh at some goofy shit.
He does.
He does.
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
That's enough.
His favorite is Start Digging in Your Butt Twin.
Oh, dang.
Dang, called him right out.
That's a crazy call out.
Dang, called out his private.
You said it. You
didn't even say it right.
Oh, I apologize. How does it go?
It was stop.
I thought you said start this whole time.
Stop digging in your butt. That's crazy. Who's gonna tell somebody to start doing it? What?
And look,
I didn't know why we was listening to it in the first place.
look to be fair, I mean, this didn't pop up on any of our timelines, so I don't know where.
Chat. Have y'all heard that before? I'm not the only person. It's like
Chat,
literally
please respond,
everybody
'cause
was
I've
talking.
never heard this. Okay,
I see
so
crickets in the chat, really.
Chat's heard it before.
So,
They've
Tori,
heard
when
it
you
before.
say that they actually have to be funny, so are you talking about those Cheryl Underwood is so black jokes? Like those weren't
I mean,
good,
no, I mean,
or the lynching from a bonsai tree joke?
they were not funny. They weren't. They were not funny. Like they. It's like they just said, you know what? Let's take a Black History moment and just put their name on it. Like that's literally what they did. And I was like, that it was not funny. Maybe it wasn't even funny. It's like they weren't even trying. But and I mean, and it's not even in their defense. Like 99% of the people in the writers' room was, white people. And that was one of the reasons why Michael Chase stepped out of the roast because
No, he stepped out because of schedule conflict.
he also said that it was like mostly white people in the writers' room.
Yeah, but he didn't say that wasn't why he didn't show up. He said it was because of SNL.
That's one of the reasons why he stepped out though. It was that conflict, and it was like because there wasn't any black writers in there, but they had a lot of black jokes.
I got a question.
Okay, I was okay.
But he
I got something to say about this too.
Because he made a post about it.
I didn't. I saw that post. I didn't see him say anything about he didn't show up. Because I follow him. We saw him live recently, so I didn't see him say that was why. He was saying, "Hey, this is odd that the writers are making the jokes," but he didn't say that wasn't why he didn't show up. But I do think, to me, as far as the roast, personally, as someone who did watch most of it, I do think that some of this is a little bit overblown, and here's why. I'm not denying everything y'all saying as far as some of the jokes weren't funny and they went too far and were racist, but that was a very small section of the night to me. There were so many other comedians that went up there that killed and did great and were really, really funny. I mean, Chelsea Handler, Naeem. I even thought Tom Brady was really funny, and they did a lot of jokes that were just more about his career and this. I mean, The Rock was there. So to me, it seems like everybody started focusing in on like the 10% of the roast, which was that. But the reality is the whole roast was actually really funny. So everything I was saying is true, but that was a small section of the whole roast. But people making it sound like the entire roast was nothing but that. Mm-hmm. But we watched it. I mean, what do you think? Was that the whole roast to you or what?
Yeah, the only parts I just didn't like was I didn't like Tony Hinchcliffe's part, but I thought Chelsea Handler looked beautiful and she did very well.
Pete Davidson was great.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's almost inconsiderate to the roast and to the other comedians that were only focusing in on just, there was like I mean, we're almost like giving them what they want, you know what I'm saying? About only focusing on, the whole thing was just racist. Like, no, that was 10% of the 4-hour roast to me. From what I saw.
Then what do you guys think about like how people were commenting on how Regina Hall looked uncomfortable that whole night?
No,
she looked beautiful, but
great to see her still thriving. But
when I was gonna say, didn't her facial expression change when Cat Williams was roasting Kevin?
I saw a few times where she chuckled at like a couple things people said, but she was a little straight faced for most of it.
It was one of the jokes that Kat had said about Kevin, and you could see her like her smile just like like it just went down soon as like oh, I'm not gonna laugh at that. Like it was a couple people in the celebrity audience that was like, oh, I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Oh, I did see like somebody like zoomed in on, I think it was Gabriel Iglesias, and like he was kind of like secondhand embarrassment, uncomfortable, kind of. So then what was my next question?
Well, I got a question.
Oh, because I was going to ask about Cat Williams.
Yeah. Now here's my question. So, I mean, obviously there's some, racial jokes and stuff made in very poor taste, made with very poor timing, given the current social and political climate. Now, obviously a great deal of responsibility comes from the actual writer's room, but how much responsibility do you attribute to the actual comedians themselves? Like if they're given this material, and I mean, granted, we don't know everything behind the scenes, but is there room for like they should have pushed back more and said, you know what, I'm not doing a George Floyd joke right now. This probably isn't the best time to do it.
There's
probably no time to do it anytime.
Kill Tony Hinchcliffe. That is his style of comedy. Mm-hmm. So like I don't even know.
Well, I'm saying specifically for like actual black comedians that were might have there. Like, I mean, granted, I don't know specifically what everybody said, but even or how the dynamic worked on who knew what jokes are gonna be said or whatever. But like I said, that's kind of the question.
I like to think that they all like knew what jokes were coming, like especially some of the ones that were directed towards Cheryl Underwood about her dead husband.
So
I hope she had like a heads up about those.
I would hope so.
I did see. She had said they were together. They were talking. It was like after the roast, but they were talking because he said he had hit her up and let her know, and he's like, because I wouldn't say this if I wouldn't say this without saying something to you first. And he was like, yeah, he came to me. He's like, it was like 30 years ago, so it's something that actually happened. So I told him that it's fine.
Does she make jokes about it in her stand-ups?
I don't think I've heard her say anything.
But Shane Gillis even during the stand-up said, "Hey, I called her yesterday."
Oh, okay, I think I missed that.
Oh yeah, he mentioned that. He mentioned that for sure.
Okay,
yeah. And she even mentioned, I saw what Tori was talking about when because they did do a little podcast together, right, Tori?
Yeah.
And she did say comedy is a way that I use for like to grieve and to get over and stuff like this. So it's like I mean, I didn't see a problem with it if she. I mean, they talked about Pete Davidson's dad who died during 9/11.
But
he's been making jokes about that for a while though. That was my first time I heard about her husband.
That's his thing.
Yeah, but having other people do it though, like him doing it is one thing. That's his dad. He can do that. But other people doing it. But again, like it seems like they all talk. I mean, we know that they have dress rehearsals, so all these jokes have been said before.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like everybody heard it for the first time. They got to do a rehearsal and stuff. So
let's see what Toys
and Tits says best joke of the night was that Draymond Green for color balance, in my opinion, was very heavy, and the racial department kind of seemed a little unnecessary. The racial jokes were just so consistent all throughout the roast. As a black person, you kind of felt like you couldn't escape it. It's like we were backed into a corner, and this is the response.
That's just facts. I mean, it's so interesting because I don't get why, but the Black American and just blacks in general are like some of the most like hated people across the globe. But it's like we don't really be doing nothing. Anything we do is a result of the system that we got put in. So it's like, look at yourselves. Matter of fact, because Dave, that guy I sent you, Dick Gregory, in his like talks and stuff like that guy is really good. R.I.P. to the GOAT. But he made a really good point about like, all these people that talk about like fatherlessness and black households and stuff, which even the statistics there are off because they're talking about families that aren't married, not accounting for when black families are like still together. But that's a whole nother issue. But he talks about like, yeah, you guys make this point, but was both parents in Hitler's household or any other people responsible for all the terrible things going on? That's just facts. So it's all these narratives. But again, it's like they'll make the jokes about us any chance they get. They'll try to paint us in every negative light with all these statistics. And when but then when it comes time to take all our stuff, you down with the team now. Want to be a part of the music, use the slang, hairstyles, vernacular, everything.
I feel what you're saying.
So that's probably one of the reasons why I wasn't really interested in watching the roast right now. And plus, celebrity culture has been very shaky and you don't really know who to trust since them files dropped. But like I said, if there was going to be any draw for me to check it out, it was going to be to see what Cat Williams had to say, just because like those are your two main attractions. Essentially, it's a roast of it's a roast of Kevin Hart, and Cat Williams happens to be there, and they've had beef in the past. So yeah.
Do you believe that the beef was actually squashed that night? Because I don't.
No, there was like a tweet or something from Michael Blackson that he said like, Kev, don't trust him. Cat still hates you. I'm in that camp. Yeah, they probably still ain't cool.
Yeah, it seemed. Okay,
and why should they be?
So to me, it kind of seemed like Kevin Hart like kind of forced it on stage live. Personally,
put him on the spot.
Put him on the spot because if you notice, everybody who roasted Kevin, they always ended with something positive. Cat Williams did not. And then after he said his piece, he was trying to like walk off the stage. But Kevin Hart's like, nah, man, this is a great time. Let's squash the beef, blah, blah, blah. And I just think it put Cat Williams in a position where he had to kind of fake it and then walk off. But to me, it didn't seem really sincere.
I mean, look, if you want to have your moment on stage and then still be talking shit after, that's still cool. Like, I wouldn't put it past Cat Williams.
But why would he come and support him if he actually had beef?
Did he support him?
Yes, by coming to the roast, that is supporting.
They paid him.
I mean, but hold on.
Paid him to roast.
Yeah, but Cat Williams has already said on record.
But when did he pay homage to Kevin Hart?
He did. I didn't say he paid homage, but I'm saying like just being there in general
serves the machine
is supporting Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And I'm also saying, wait, what?
I said okay.
Oh, okay. But then there was something else I'm gonna respond to you about Kevin Hart, what you were just talking about.
Maybe there was some other deal.
Oh, I was gonna say
off the off.
Well, we know this. Y'all keep saying like, oh, they paid him, but Cat Williams, we know this for sure, is not the kind of person who just does anything for a check. He has entire jokes about like not doing stuff for the check and other comedians going too far for checks. So he wouldn't have done it.
There's a lot of ways you could go too far. So I mean, there's
but I'm saying Cat Williams, we know like from what we know about him from interviews and stuff like that, seems like the kind of person who just won't just do something for a check. So if he's doing this, I assume he's doing it with the best intentions to me. So I don't think that he was going up there trying to, downplay Kevin or whatever. Okay. To me, I think they actually are cool.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, whether they squash the beef or not, who cares?
I mean, I care because, for example, Mike Epps and Kevin Hart had beef years ago. Mm-hmm. Now they're cool and they got a movie coming out. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I would love if they would work together. That's why I care.
Good for them.
But no, I'm saying I would love if Cat Williams and Kevin Hart work together.
No, I just don't see it.
You don't see it either? I don't either.
I think y'all is.
I mean, again, whether they do or not.
Here's the thing: their comedy is way different. Kevin, in most of his movies, plays this frantic, scared black guy, and I don't see Cat Williams doing that same thing.
I'm not saying he doesn't have to. He could play the opposite.
They would never agree to this, but I'm sure you'd like it. They did basically what they do with Kevin Hart and The Rock, but Kevin Hart and Cat Williams, where you have like their
serious
where you have their obvious like disdain for one another, but that kind of plays into whatever script you write. Some sort of a buddy cop scenario with Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. I know Hollywood is listening and they're like, "Oh my God, that's perfect! Get them on the phone right now."
All right, I got some questions in the chat about this. Relentless asked, would it have been a more digestible roast if there weren't race jokes?
Like I said, I feel like just the way things are right now, especially for black people and people of color in America, it'd be not. I mean, the thing is, like, if you're going to make it, at least make it with some degree of like nuance rather than making the joke, "You're black, insert black stereotype here." And then it's like, well, where's the joke? Where's the clever? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, Joe, that was missing for me is like, because you can make racial jokes for any race. They just have to be funny and clever.
Right.
And some of these felt very elementary. Like, for example, I mean, literally elementary. I think one of them was like, Cheryl's so black that when you play hide and seek, what is it?
You can't see her.
I pick her for hide and seek.
On my team.
That's like the easiest. This is like grade school level joke.
Yeah, I literally heard that in fifth grade.
So I mean, like, I feel like that we gotta like the cleverness wasn't there. It was just like low hanging fruit, and it was just almost more of a insult more than an actual joke. It's like, where's the joke? Where's the cleverness? Where's the I see what you did there? Like,
Instead of like Jim Gaffigan getting on stage for like the 50th roast that he's done, he's like, "Oh, hey, thanks for having me out. Yeah, I could smell the fried chicken as soon as I got up on stage." Like, it's like we've been there, we've done that. Can we get a little something better? Mm-hmm. Like if I did a roast of Drake, I would clown this thing for 12 different days to Sunday. Like, but I don't have to go for like every low head. Oh man.
But don't them OVO fans, they might rush the stage if you get say something to me.
They
the Glazers the fans might be cool though.
I don't know.
Oh no. No.
There's between Glazers and fans. Y'all be forgetting that. You try to put them all in the same category.
Glazers are like this.
No, they're not. That's
okay.
Like
hey, tell you what. Let me put it to you. Let me put it to you this way.
Tell me, Joe.
Okay, so let's say that there's you got your fans and your stands, your Glazers, but it's like the difference between a cheetah and a jaguar. If there's a 10,000 jaguar-looking animals out there, and I know how dangerous jaguars are, even if there's like 10,000 cheetahs amongst 300,000 jaguars, I'm not letting a cheetah in the house. I'd be like, hey, I'm sure some of y'all are fine, but stay out there.
Wait, just to clarify, y'all saying that there's a very little difference between a Drake fan and a Glazer?
I'm saying y'all look the same.
Yeah.
First of all,
y'all move in the same.
No, first of all, this is okay.
Yeah, this objectively false.
Yeah, it's honestly objectively false.
Why are you gritting your teeth over there?
I'm not.
I know, bro.
It's objectively false.
Looking like a jaguar right now.
For example, Drake Glazer. Those are the ones who say
he wants to be.
They dress like him. They got the dreads. They wear the.
You said you was going to one of them.
No, I did not. See how.
Oh, you so messy.
He is.
Look at you messy.
He is. Because there's a big. Because this is not even about Drake. This is about. That's like saying that in any fan base that like, hey, you have your Sonic fans and you have your crazy ones. You're putting them in the same category.
I don't know, man.
No, because I'm a fan of Sonic and I'm not.
Sometimes you be tripping, bro. I'm just saying.
Gosh.
I gotta watch out for you sometimes.
Okay, so One Piece, you have One Piece Glazers, and then you have One Piece like fans. There's no difference because like Tory would be like a One Piece Glazer.
There is a difference, but they still look like Jaguars, bro. So I'm
all right. So this is across the board. What you're saying? Okay, got it. Now we got some clarity. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna move to the next topic so we can get closer to the topic that you clearly want to discuss.
I was gonna say something.
Oh, go for it, Tori.
You know, it's just like those like Beyonce and Beyonce Glazers. You know.
You know there's Beyonce Glazers in the Beehive, and then there are Beyonce fans who can still be critical of her and supportive, and then you got the Glazers where she does nothing wrong in their eyes.
But they're both equally violent.
That is not a true statement either.
Kind of is, you know.
I mean, AJ.
Stick with One Piece when there were the fans.
I have never seen a One Piece fan dox anybody.
I've seen a One Piece fan call somebody some horrible names because they said
calling somebody names and doxing somebody. I've seen Beyonce fans have doxed people on multiple occasions. They've flooded people's online accounts with hate.
But Tori, that's not a Beyonce fan.
That's a Beyonce stan.
Yes, I agree because we got to put a distinction. But I'm saying
wait a minute.
Here's a fan. A fan is somebody that just consumes the content that the person puts out. A stan takes it to the next level.
Yes, obsession.
Tattoos, obsession.
Wait a minute. No, because I remember I almost got fought because I said Tiana Taylor sound better than Beyonce.
Fought by who?
You know what? That is your opinion. You know what? I was wrong for not respecting your opinion. If you think Tiana Taylor sounds better than Beyonce, then that's your thought. That's your thought process.
See, but not
hold on. Benji just gifted a sub.
Appreciate the gift. Yes. Wait a minute, that's more than one.
Oh, it's a few of them. Hold on, Behave Benji did a bunch. Oh, snap.
Damn.
Thank you, Behave Benji.
Sorry, we got caught up in the discussion.
Yeah, Behave Benji, appreciate you. Thank you for hooking us up.
Real.
Really quick, Mr. Fallen says, Joe, sign me up for that Drake roast. And then Mr. Fallen is also, I think on me and David's side, there's fans and stands, and then there's Glazers. I don't know, I put stands in.
Yeah, I put stands in.
And what Toys and Tits is saying is true too. Like, not gonna lie, you can't say you like Drake without getting lumped in. Yes, because if you say you like his music, then y'all assume. Some people assume.
But the behavior of the stands is too dangerous. You can't give the people the benefit of the doubt these days.
Yes, you can, because that's like every fan base has this. Okay, so my Hero fans. Yeah. Don't we have a My Hero poster somewhere? We used to have a My Hero poster in there at one point. We took that down because we ain't trying to be associated with that. My Hero fans are crazy, so by saying we like the show means we're also in that same category. This is just how fandom works.
Look, this is a safety. This is a defense mechanism.
New rules for fandoms just to fit a narrative today. Because I can say it about you, Joe. About hey, I'm sure there's some crazy Batman fans out there that go way too far.
Yeah, I don't let them in either.
So this is. But they're in different categories.
I got my Batman.
But they're in different categories,
I got my Batman costume on my mannequin in my room. I'm cool.
But are they
I can just chill by myself.
But are they different categories?
Of course, but sometimes you just don't know.
All right. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
That's what I said. Let me move into our next topic so I can get to the one that clearly y'all really want to get into.
Who? What topic is it?
The Iceman album.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Who wanted to get into it?
I mean, we already bring it up Glazers and fans. It seems like we have to have a discussion.
Y'all jumped for joy when we said add it to the list.
Hold on. First of all,
they wasn't even in the meeting. I suggested it and y'all did not say no.
I saw the sparkle in his eye when he said, y'all want to put it on there? I saw that.
I wasn't even there.
No, what are you talking
about? Before the stream, when you said, well, we putting it in there, you got that gleam in your eyes.
Okay. First of all, Asia, how did Tor react when you mentioned the idea about bringing up this?
Everybody was cool with it. They were ready to. What'd you say? Got some shit to the dress?
First of all, chat.
I didn't say
Tori
that.
brings up Drake almost every other day, and that's a fact.
When he's not bringing up Beyonce.
No, wait a minute.
I will
Dave
say this,
talking
though.
about Drake for like 4 hours in the group chat.
Oh, me and Joe, we were having a conversation about Tori.
4
You will come
hours. I don't even talk about One Piece
Tori,
like that.
Tori, every other day you will come, hey, you hear
Don't let him get you.
You hear this about Drake? You hear this about Drake?
Joe, did you hear that bullshit?
I know I did. I know. You know what he's trying to do.
Listen,
Not yet.
this man
Not
is a
yet.
master rage baiter.
Wait a minute. When have I ever sat down and talked to y'all about One Piece for 4 hours?
Well, we don't be listening, so.
Crazy.
Great opportunity to take a nap.
And
Got to
every
catch up on some
time
sleep.
It's time to put topics in our channel. You're always putting something about One Piece every
It's true.
week.
I'm sorry that they keep having accomplishments. You want me to ignore it?
So are you a One Piece fan or a One Piece glazer?
Oh, he's a glazer. Just a
Yeah. Straight glazed
I'm a
donuts,
casual One Piece fan.
Why do you lie? I've never.
Casual One Piece.
How can you lie like this?
Just easily.
How was that a
without
lie?
blinking.
Tori,
Like,
because I'm a casual One Piece fan.
I am too.
We're in different. No, you've seen every episode 100 times.
In passing.
That's not casual.
That's not casual.
What are you talking about?
So then what would make you not casual if it's not that? What is that? Because I'm casual because I just watch One Piece here and there. That's casual.
I do too. Here and there.
Tori, you have
Here, there,
you have
here, there, and everywhere, Tori.
you have drawings you do, okay? You actually your nickname in bed with women is Tori Chopper.
The hell did you get that from?
You told us this. What you
I
saying?
ain't never said that.
Oh.
That's crazy, but I probably might use that now.
You ain't right, bro.
I might use that now since you want to bring it up.
I thought you told me
I
that.
ain't never said that.
All right.
Okay, now I gotta say, Asia, I know you got a little intro for us, but I do have to say, because Dave, you've resisted bringing this type of topic up on stream before.
What topic?
Anything related to Drake, but
No, I don't. We don't talk about music. We just never talked about music
and yet,
before. That's all.
coincidentally, now we do. When it was the beef, when that was like the biggest thing.
You guys announced it just as a
Wait a second, Joe. I wasn't even there when y'all just made this decision.
What I'm saying, hold on now. All I'm saying is I just find it interesting.
Me too.
Remember-
I find it interesting. Go ahead.
Remember when we wanted to add Kendrick to the topic?
And then,
now we don't need to do that.
But then coincidentally,
need
when
to do
Kendrick
that.
is supposedly nowhere to be found and you got new streaming numbers to type obsessively into your calculator, now you're less resistant to the topic. On the stream.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I
now,
wanted to say that earlier.
I just find it interesting.
hold on.
I'm saying.
Let's clear the air and talk about facts. One, I was not there during the meeting.
Yes.
Second thing,
We had plenty of time to chop it off.
Yes, I saw the list. Asia said, "Here's the topics." I'm not about to say, "Have you already had a whole meeting?" I'm not about to go and say, "Take these topics off." Y'all obviously had a discussion. And even if I wanted it not on there, obviously it's 3 against 1. So I said, "Okay,
No.
cool."
I would have been perfectly fine with leaving it off.
We can take it off right now.
You did not say anything in the meeting.
I said
She cooked you.
I said hell. When y'all said y'all want to do a Drake review, I said hell no.
No, what did you say during the meeting though? When Asia brought it up,
I
he
said
was all for it.
no. I was bringing up all the whack lines, and y'all keep saying that he's so good, but these lines is terrible.
That's not you. No,
Any
we're not talking about that.
How he danced around the question?
He's a master. This man's a politician. We asked you. Now you, because Tori
Dave,
is
be
over
careful
here.
when you level that accusation.
I got to
be
go to you, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Because same situation. I find it interesting that, hey, we ain't talked about music ever, but Drake got an album out, and now y'all all for talking about music on the stream. I ain't heard y'all bring up J. Cole. Nothing.
Nah, because
Don't
do that. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that, because when GNX came out and when Kendrick was on top, I kept on saying, let's do that. He was like, nah, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't.
I don't even remember this. I don't remember this. No.
Joe, didn't he say, when we said let's talk about Kendrick and his album and all of that, and Dave was like, nah.
Okay, hold on.
Nah, let's not do that.
The only thing I've ever said was we've never talked about music. We've never even talked about talking about music. So if we want to start adding music to a discussion, I'm with that. I actually listen to music. Let me chill. I listen to a lot of music, unlike, you know what I'm saying, but I'm a chill. We'll save that for later. All right.
But Asia, please.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Go ahead.
All right. Should we just go ahead and get into Iceman, or do y'all want
Go ahead.
No, we'll get into it.
I just feel like we've been building up to it, so we might as well just do it.
Might as well rip that Band-Aid.
Let's go.
Dave, are you okay? Need water?
I'm good.
All right. You need a.
I want to say, can I say one thing before we start? Everything that I'm going to say during this discussion, 100% facts, okay? I'm not putting my opinion in it or anything like that. I'm just going to say facts. Now, I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Why are you leaving, Tori? Where you going?
What the hell? All right, go ahead.
He'll just do what he normally does, pop his head out the room and shout something out and then go back in.
Without your microphone on?
Yep, you know how he does. Okay, so as a lot of people already know, Drake surprised fans by dropping not just one, but 3 albums simultaneously last week on May 15th. Iceman, Habiti, and Maid of Honor breaking 2026 streaming records. And I also want to add, I saw an article come out recently that stated that Drake is set to become the first rapper to go #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in over a year from the release of these albums. Mm-hmm. So, my first question, take it to you, David. What was
Why he get to speak first?
Well, I want to. I don't even need to. I don't need to speak first, but I do. But I want to point to the chat real quick. And listen, James Witter, we appreciate you, but I'm going to point out that comment right there is happening online a lot. Iceman sucked, and I haven't heard one track. There's a lot of people saying that right there, and we can keep it moving, but that is an example of what I've seen online.
James ain't missing too much.
And we got to be honest, that's
let's be honest, that's like a lot of people on the internet right now.
So it's like, so that, and that adds to some of the discourse here.
But if we're going to say, I mean, good. And anecdotal evidence is anecdotal evidence. Okay. So if you're going to go if you're going to go that far, you've also got to be real about there have been actual longtime Drake fans that have been very disappointed with these albums.
Hold on, let's get into that. I want to say something really quick before we get started.
Please do.
So me and David are Drake fans.
And hold on, and to clarify, and Kendrick fans.
We like them both.
We like both. These two, Tori and Joe.
They act like you can only like one of them.
Yes, they're like,
okay. Did I say that you can only like one? Or did I just say that I myself do not like this corny ass nigga?
Sure. But just to clarify this conversation.
And we can be critical of both artists.
Let's be honest though. Well, let's be honest.
Put your mic on before you start.
The mic is on. I got the mic right here.
Put it on.
Let's be realistic. Y'all say we're just Drake fans. When y'all the one, y'all know
Drake and Kendrick. You always leave that part off conveniently for your arguments. You know that, right?
Drake is right here for them.
We have a ranking, but
Drake is right here. Drake is up at the top.
Why does that matter?
Drake is #1. Kendrick is less than 5 for you.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Where are you getting from?
Y'all be going on vacation and listen to Drake albums.
We did that for y'all.
Tori,
see that?
Tori,
you see that chat?
But
I've never had anybody say I'm going on a vacation so I can listen to this music. Y'all didn't do that. Where was that energy at for Kendrick?
When GNX dropped, we picked up a pizza, drove straight home, and was bumping it.
Y'all stayed at home to watch it
because it was a surprise drop.
We had time
for Drake. Y'all had time. You see that? You see that? They plan out trips when Drake is dropping something.
Even if that's the case. Even if we have a ranking, that doesn't take away that we're fans of. Like, that's like me saying, "Oh, you're not a real fan of my hero because you like One Piece more."
That's just like me saying. That's just like me saying, "Oh man, One Piece is coming back. I'm about to go get this hotel room."
I wouldn't put it past you, to be honest.
Yes,
I'm about to go get this hotel room.
No, you ran out of boat. That's what you do
to the fullest. That's what y'all do. Y'all say Drake is about to drop. Book the hotel room.
Okay, now hold on, Tori. Let me chime in.
Hold on. This conversation, by the way, either.
To chime in real quick, because
that's more than just a Drake fan. That is a stand. That's stand mentality.
So what is stand? Okay, so
now hold on, real quick.
Everything.
Hold on, real quick.
Food and listen to GNX.
Y'all went and got a $5 pizza and came back to the house.
It was a surprise drop. We listened to it as fast as possible. We literally pulled over and then said, "Yo, let's get some food and run this through." First of all, I don't need my Kendrick. My Kendrick fandom is proven, so I can tell you every album, every song, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a bigger Kendrick fan than you, to be honest.
You want to go there? I doubt it. Wait a minute. You seen my roundup. You saw my music roundup, and I saw yours. Kendrick wasn't even in yours.
Yes, he was.
Drake was #1.
Yes. Kendrick was still
the board.
Kendrick was
your Kendrick was like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Kendrick was #1 on mine.
Artist.
Kendrick was #1. No, not last year. Last year was horrible. The year before that.
Hold on, don't lie, because you had Lady Gaga's #1.
That was last year.
Yeah, hold on.
Last year. But when Kendrick dropped his music, Kendrick was #1 in my roundup.
And he was #3 for me. So we're both fans.
All right, let's get back to
because this whole thing is so silly of like, oh, because you're a fan of somebody else a little bit more, that now disqualifies you? Like what? That's like you said. That's again. That's like me saying because you like
Thank you, James Woodard.
What do you say?
I ain't never heard y'all talk about Kendrick.
We haven't talked about music on this stream at all either. So let's get back to the topic because Tori just got us off track, but he's a master.
Like he always
He definitely
does.
kept his voice down during the beef. I'm just saying. But anyway.
So for me personally, after I've only really dove into Iceman, I haven't really gone into Maid of Honor and Habibi yet.
You ain't missing too much.
I've always been more of a Drake when he's rapping. I've never been much of a Drake when he's singing fan. So Iceman is like the perfect album for me. Personally, I think this is his best album since.
What verse stood out to you?
Oh, I got a list of them. Don't worry, I'll break them down. I will break them down. For me personally, this is his best album in a long time. The last album that I really liked by him was Her Loss. And I didn't care for CLB. I didn't care for All the Dogs.
Sexy Songs for You.
Sexy Songs for You was not for me. Honestly, Nevermind wasn't for me. But personally, I think this is his best album. And I've only really been listening to Drake since 2020.
Best, period?
I think it tops.
Or just up there.
So here's what it is.
Her personal
For me personally, I think it's his best album because when I look at his other albums, I've taken probably 5 or 6 songs from them. Scorpion, I probably have about like 5 or 6. Views, only used a couple of them for my Zumba classes back in the day. But Iceman.
And Adrian, to add some context, you're only a fan of Drake rapping.
Yes.
So the other albums are full of things that you wouldn't like anyway.
Yeah, so I don't like a lot of his R&B stuff.
This album gave you rap only.
With this album being just straight rap, it's an A minus for me. I really, really enjoy it. I think this is like some of his best bars. I really like this Drake in his villain era. I love that he's clapping back at a lot of things that Kendrick said because he's just doing what people do when they lose a fight. You kind of talk your shit. And that's what you do. And I think he's doing a really good job of talking his shit. Well, that's what some people do.
Even with a lawsuit?
See, do you understand the lawsuit though? Because he brings that up that a lot of people think that he's suing about Kendrick, but he's really suing his label.
I told y'all that's the same thing they said when we went to war with Iraq. We ain't going there to fight. We going there for the oil. They went there for the oil.
They went there for the oil, but they said that they're going there for weapons and mass destruction.
That's all that was. That's the same thing he doing. Y'all eating it up.
Well, bottom line, Iceman is like a no-skip album for me. It's really good. I'd like to know what you think about it.
Okay, yeah. For me, I probably feel similar to Asia, where I do think, honestly, this is one of his best projects in a very long time. I would say the last project in the last decade for me. Mm-hmm. The last time I liked a Drake project this much was probably in college when Views came out. You know what I'm saying? And maybe not even Views, maybe even if you're reading this too late. So around that era. So we're talking about like 10 years. Because again, I liked For All the Dogs a little bit, and CLB and Sexy Songs for You was cool. Those albums were like just kind of okay and cool. They had some good songs on it here and there, but they weren't great albums. I would say this personally, this is my personal take, is a great Drake album to me. I think the songs are good. I think he sounds energized on there. And listen, I don't mind the villain era Drake and the whole, hey, I'm going to clap back at everybody thing. Mm-hmm. And to explain the reasoning on why I don't mind it, a lot of people want to bring up like, oh, why would he go poke the bear again, et cetera, et cetera. The reason why I don't mind it is because when you really think about it, it's a fact that Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake. It's no question about that. Destroyed him. And can we all agree that Not Like Us was a kill shot atom bomb?
It destroyed him.
That was the victory lap more than anything.
It destroyed him. Honestly, Euphoria was the superior disc, in my opinion. Yeah. But I would agree with that too.
But I know everybody likes Not Like Us. He destroyed him and it wasn't any close. So we're all in agreement that all of those diss songs together were an atom bomb. Yeah,
he did.
So if we're in agreement with that, what I'm going to say is this. If that is true, Stick with me. If that is true, for him to come back from that and to do what he's doing now as far as the numbers and to me what I've seen as far as the reception, we have to give some credit to that. Because if that was other rappers, if this really is a kill shot, then to come back from that is not easy to do. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, to me, when you look at the songs and everything, I'm feeling it. I got about songs, it's 18 songs. I think there's like 16 that I would never skip, honestly. And the other 2 were just, are cool.
They're cool.
So for me personally, I really like it, but I'm also a Drake fan. And I do think, again, like I said, his most previous albums like CLB, like For All the Dogs, those were more dips in quality for me. This is a return back to form. And maybe he needed the beef to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like have his edge back or something, or to go back in there and cook up some more. I don't know.
I
but
got him. Let me.
that's just my thoughts on it. So from what I've seen.
Quick,
Also, I
reasonable question.
also want to add, I think musically, like the beats and stuff, like the beat switches on each song
Yes.
are all so seamless.
Yes. Oh, and one other thing too,
so
Joe.
seamless.
The other reason why I don't mind him going at everybody, Kendrick, et cetera, is because of this. Again, we already established that Not Like Us was a kill shot. But also, we know that like where Not Like Us is like, I mean, that's like the worst things that you can say about somebody in that song. And again,
I mean, more so Meet the Grams.
That too. No,
That too.
listen, that's what Meet the Grams, all those songs. Those like the worst things you could say about somebody. So at this point, it's like, yo, like if he survived all of that, then it's like, what do I have to lose? I survived somebody accusing me of some of the worst things.
thing ever.
They're calling me some of the worst things. They're bringing up all these crazy stories and this, accusing me of not being a part of the culture, et cetera, et cetera. If he survived all of that, it's like, yo, why wouldn't I keep going? Because what else can you do to somebody when you've kind of done the worst thing? It's almost like, yo, like you've shot this person 100 times and they came back up. What more can you do to this person? You know what I'm saying? So that's why
I can tell
think,
you really like that little bullet hole costume.
Oh, I mean, that was cool.
Thought he was
but
Luke Cage walking on stage.
But I am saying just the truth about like, yeah, like, I mean, and not just that, it's just also not even about that, but Not Like Us also like was so big. Like, it's like very doubtful that this song is going to ever be that big, maybe in the history of rap, period. Because Not Like Us was just that great and Meet the Grams, et cetera. So again, if he survived that, then he can survive anything. Why wouldn't I keep going?
Let me ask you this question real quick. This is a genuine question for both of y'all.
Okay.
When it comes to a Drake album or Drake song, like, and I'm asking for specifics here, what are the things that you're looking for?
Got it.
To make it qualify?
Me and Asia both are mostly only fans of his rapping. Like, there's a couple of his other pop songs, like Hotline Bling and stuff that are cool, but for the most part, if we're asking for a Drake, like, song project,
you want him to be spit.
We want rap Drake, yeah, because, and that's one thing I'll say, I haven't listened to all the other albums like that, but I do like the fact that he split them up. So now when I listen to a whole album, I don't have to go and pick 5 songs here and skip 3 and this. And if you like R&B Drake, hey, you got over there. If you like the more club Drake, it's over here, whatever, you know. But if you want just rap Drake, then he gave you that. So I actually kind of like it from a fan perspective because now I don't have to.
I mean, it keeps things separated.
Yes, I don't. Yeah. I don't really. I mean, I'll listen to those albums one day, but for now, like, yeah, if we only want rap Drake,
I mean, David, take it from me, who's actually listened to a good amount of like some of those other albums. They're not good, bro. Just save yourself the trouble.
And Vince Art says, who knows? Kendrick probably has way more
has way more
disrespect in the chamber just in case Drake act up again. I'm not denying that that's possible.
Oh, no, it's very possible.
I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'm saying that, like, that's already, I don't know what's worse than being called a PDF, period. And not just that. Even if Kendrick does diss him again on that level, we got to remember that Kendrick will also be compared to himself because a lot of fans did come on board just for Not Like Us. So that diss has to be bigger and better than Not Like Us to actually measure up. Otherwise, people will say, dang, he got Drake, but Not Like Us was better. So I think that's also a factor too. Because you got the Super Bowl pop out, et cetera, et cetera.
Here's the thing that really confuses me about, you know, you guys' support for Drake and all of that and love.
We like the music.
For what he puts out. It's that, you know, during the beef, he waved the flag. I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. 2 years later, I'm back on it. Psych, the flag's gone. I'm still taking shots, but he's not saying any names. He's still throwing subliminals, not directly saying Kendrick's name.
I mean, with some detective work.
He didn't have to, because I think he's directly responding to a lot of Kendrick's bars. So we don't need to know the name to know who he's talking about.
Waving the white flag. That means.
But Tory, well, hold on, because Tory, hasn't he always done that? Damn near.
That's all he does.
Because if you're like a legitimate threat, he won't mention you by name. If you're a woman, he doesn't care.
He's calling everybody else out by name, but he won't say Kendrick's name. Kendrick's calling this man out, saying his name out.
Say Drake.
But we beefing. You say, I'm waving a white flag. I don't want to do this anymore. Then you wait 2 years to be like, psych, I'm still throwing shots. while the lawsuit is active, but then y'all eat it up like, oh, Drake is doing his thing, he's doing it. But how? What? In what world? In what world is that?
No,
that's just like me having a title fight, and I be like, nah, I give up, tapped out. And then, all right, then right before they raise the dude's hand, and I start punching him on him again. Like,
well, also, Tori, keep in mind too, the album is also addressing other people that he also feels like turned his back on him too as well. But also, to add to your point though, Tori, what you're saying is true. He did do that. I'm not denying that at all. That I'm just saying I like the music he made from it. What you're saying is that
subject matter is not the priority here.
No, I don't mind the subject matter.
Yeah.
I don't mind the subject matter.
It doesn't bother you.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. They did. He changed his mind and he made good music out of it. So to me, I don't care that much that he changed.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
That's crazy.
If he made good songs from it.
If I give up, I'll be like, no. Please stop hitting me. I don't want to fight no more. And then I wait till you turn your back, and then I'm gonna start hitting you again.
Yeah, but then, what should he be rapping about?
What can he rap about?
Well,
what are you gonna rap about? Women? I'm gonna rap about women. Oh, he don't know what he wants to rap about.
He did that already.
He has no rap identity. He just goes and picks from whatever's hot. Like this, I'm this kind of rapper. I'm
Tori, he has done that, but people are. I mean, you see what the album is doing.
He doesn't, like I said, he has no identity. He literally attaches himself to what's popular, and that's what he makes.
Let's say that's true, but do the people who are listening to this album care?
Yeah, did the people who helped them be the first Spotify artists to reach 50 billion streams, do they give a fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you're saying is not a factor for someone who likes the music. It's like, sure, he is doing that. We know, but we like the music.
But see, that's the key difference. And this is why I'm trying to get into your head in why and how you're saying you're enjoying this so much. Which one thing that I find funny is that y'all say that y'all took your little 5-star vacation specifically to keep us from hearing the album, which on the one hand, thank you. But then literally as we're getting ready for the stream, I hear y'all bumping that Trash with Sexy Red with their bullshit cha-cha slide thing. Was that on Iceman or was that on?
It was on one. It was on one.
Okay.
On Iceman?
No, it's on Maid of Honor.
Okay. So Made in Manhattan had that song in there, but it's like you're bumping that unironically as if it's good.
Oh, I like that song.
You do?
I think it's fun. It's a fun club song.
Okay. Because David, we had a conversation not too long ago talking about, and I brought this up on stream before, the issue that I always have with people like Drake it's mostly a Drake issue because even other contemporaries that followed after the footsteps of Michael Jackson or took inspiration from him or tried to emulate his playbook, anybody that tries to make a comparison between them and Michael, they'll be the first ones to shut down. Oh, no, I'm nothing. Nobody is topping Michael. Say Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown, anybody, The Weeknd, anybody. They have the sense to say that. But you've got people like Drake who are trying to have this proximity to greatness, buys the glove, buys his underwear, which is weird.
But the thing about
but hold on, because the thing is like, what I've said before is like, Drake he's a jack of all trades and a master of none. He does a lot of different things. He wears a lot of different hats, but he's not the best really at anything. He raps, but he's not the best rapper. He dances, but he's not the best dancer. He sings, but he's not nearly the best singer. This dude was on fucking the auto-tune was blown the fuck out. Like all three of these albums. Like the shit. But the thing is, like, if you're going to use it, have some of the sense to know, like, bro, you've got the auto-tune's voice cracking like it's going through puberty. So it's like, the thing that I almost gave him credit for, because we talked about this, you said that he was a hit maker. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? And after probing the discussion, then we came to the conclusion, okay, he just has a sense to know that this is a hit song or not, which is fair, because this is something that a lot of musicians might definitely have trouble with. Some people can barely stand to stay in the studio for more than an hour, which is a problem. But I listen to a lot of what I hear in Iceman, and a lot of what I hear in them other two bullshits, Made in Manhattan and Habibbity Skibbity, whatever the fuck that was called. And I'm like, that argument immediately goes out the window.
The hits?
Or just quality music, because I'm listening to it. I'm like, bro,
but okay.
How do you like, and a lot of the lyrics that I hear and a lot of the production that I hear, and I'm like, is this your GOAT? So help me understand, because I know we're going to talk about the numbers later, because that's the main Drake's fan defense, putting quality aside. Well, what about the numbers though? Well,
the numbers show that enough people like it.
But what's the conclusion?
The conclusion.
What's the conclusion?
That is, as far as what?
If you're going to bring the numbers into a conversation, if you're going to use numbers as a way to deflect from criticisms about quality, then what's your conclusion?
I'm not putting him in the same category fully. We've
had these conversations before, David, and every time we talk about quality, you will be the first one to talk about but the numbers, though. Help me understand. If you're going to use the numbers as a metric,
numbers mean that Drake has more people that like his music and listen to his music than other rappers. That is what the numbers mean. That's
he's popular.
No, don't just say, okay, I don't deny. Yes, he's popular, but
what?
But the streaming numbers, the downloads, et cetera, means that there are more people who like Drake's music and listening to it than other rappers. Why are they doing that? Because to them, the music is good.
Okay, so again, and we've talked about this before too. So chat, the argument that me and Dave have always gone back and forth of is whether or not these streaming numbers make Drake good. The conclusion that we came to, and let me know if I'm on the right track here, is that if you hold Drake to a modern standard, if you hold him to the standard of people that are in the industry now, it's literally the same thing as when Lil Wayne was calling himself the best rapper alive. Well, no shit, because you're the tallest kid in kindergarten and everybody around you sucks, especially now when you got people that can barely speak English on a track and barely have enough energy to actually go through and proofread and make sure shit sounds right, can barely make a song longer than like 2 or 3 minutes. And then you have somebody that sounds like he makes functional English, makes some serviceable punchlines. Well, of course you seem like the best. But then for me, I hold him to the standard of like, I guess, hip hop as a whole, historically. So for me, that's why he stops from being the best in any category. Whereas from a modern standpoint, I could understand where you would make that argument. But again, it's like, just because he's popular and people like him, that doesn't really mean much, because popularity has never been a good way to equate quality. There's correlation, but that's not causation. Again, Michael, biggest artist in the world, and obviously he had industry backing, which was proof positive. Once the industry stopped supporting him with Invincible, then his numbers started to fall, especially in the United States. But obviously he had talent that backed it up. That's why his career has such longevity. That's why people can go back and listen to stuff from when he was a kid to the middle of his career, to the biggest of his career, to the underrated classics. And he will always have like quality music. Like, you know, he was a perfectionist. Something didn't make the album unless it had the potential to be a hit. So I look at this stuff with Iceman and I look at the stuff with these other 2 bullshit albums. And yeah, maybe those other 2 are made just to get out of his contract. But you as an artist should at least have the sense to say, I'm not going to give any haters any ammunition, or I'm not going to fleece my audience and say, oh yeah, he just made these to get out of the contract. Okay, but what does that say about the quality of music itself?
And I can speak to the quality, but also, Joe, we got to put this in context. You don't even like Drake's best work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that you don't like Iceman.
I can still give enough credit to say,
I've never heard you say nothing positive about his music.
You have played Drake songs for me, and I've told you explicitly it just doesn't appeal to me, but I can understand.
So isn't that maybe what's happening here too? Because if you, for example, I'll just name any. Okay, for example, if I played Tekken 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't like them, I honestly hated them. Very likely that I'll probably would hate Tekken 5.
That's less likely because you're looking at different quality of like 1 through 3. I mean, 3 was.
I'm talking about
great.
like as far as the core game. As far I don't like the style of gameplay. I don't like the characters, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with the director. You don't like James Gunn. Great example. You hate James Gunn's style. He has a style of a thing that he does. So it's probably very unlikely that James Gunn will produce a movie in his style that you would like.
Now, I can say this in terms of that because I haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and those are the ones that everybody praises. I deny the possibility that that style might work better in something like that. I just haven't seen it. So I can acknowledge when I'm speaking from a position of ignorance on something like that. And again, I haven't listened to the entire album. And to be honest, for me personally, these are some tough listens.
But you're also not a fan of his music initially, though.
You try to keep cutting off because you got a gotcha. So let me finish out my point.
Go ahead.
Part of it, obviously, is the fact that it doesn't appeal to me. But then part of it, too, is I can just hear what I'm listening to. Like, okay, so I know this isn't off of the Iceman album specifically, but it was that one where he had like some opening line about like, you ain't no angel, I don't see no halo. Putting aside the really terrible auto-tune and corny ass dad joke bars. And then immediately after that, you have this like producer tag that it's chopped up in a way, but it's like this clearly doesn't sound good. Like just like this is grating to the ears. It's the same shit that people talk about, like Metroid Dread had a terrible soundtrack just because it didn't have any memorable bops, but then they'll go around and praise the music from Metroid Prime 4, and even me as a Metroid fan, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, it's that level production.
Okay.
So you can't lie to my ears sometimes. I can set my bias aside and make a valid criticism. But then when I actually hear something where I'm like, no, this was legit fucking bad. Yeah. This was a legit, like, really boring line. This line started off cool, but then it dropped off here. It fell flat. Okay, I got some.
But if also, again, that's your opinion. Someone might hear the album and say, hey, I really like it.
And yeah.
So that's to me, what's happening here is that, yes, there's going to be people who don't like it. But there's also, I think there's two things going on. There's people who are loving it. There's people who are hating it. But the reality is that's been Drake's career from day one. He's never not been that. I remember even back in the day when he first came out, I remember when he first came out with You the Best and all that stuff, people were like, man, what's all this singing stuff? This is this. I remember people hating on him. And this actually, I used to hate him.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
I was a fan of Drake when he first came out.
Okay, cool. So what I'm saying is, Joe, like, what you're saying may be accurate, but I'm saying is that's been his career his entire time. There's never been a time where Drake has been unanimously loved, maybe ever.
I mean, there's a spectrum to how divisive something can be. And at the end of the day, if you're going to make a criticism of something, at least be sensible in what it is. Like, if something is legit good and you can point out why it's good, there can still be people that disagree. But even the people that disagree, you've got to make like a sensible argument for what it is that you're talking about. So like if I got on here and I said Drake had this line that clearly wasn't in it, or it was from like a joke video that somebody made making fun of Drake, but it wasn't real, that wouldn't be a sensible argument. But it's like, for something like this, it literally reminded me of when I went to go see The Flash. And I gave it its fair shot. I didn't think it was really going to be all that good. There were things that I liked in the movie, but then there were other things that I absolutely didn't like. And you remember, I was so fucking pissed off after I saw that movie just because I was struggling so hard to formulate an opinion. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, look, if I've got to think this hard about whether or not I like something, then I probably just don't like it. So that's kind of how I look at this stuff, where it's like, obviously you have your glazers that are just hyping this shit up because they've been so starved for a Drake W because their egos are just as inflated as his is. That's why he's been spiraling so much. I feel bad for y'all, honestly. I feel bad for the Drake fan base. I feel bad for Drake himself.
Not for us, not for me and Asia.
We good.
Yeah,
no, I'll break it down. Look, folks, dear audience, Drake I feel like he's been battling insecurity since his adolescence. It's written all over it. You can tell, like, you can look back at where he was, too white to fit in with black people, too black to fit in with white people.
Oh, but did you hear? You heard the new line he has now?
Oh, no, right? No, I got that on my list.
Maybe it's his Jewish.
No, I'll get to that. Right. But then it's like, imagine you're probably the lone black kid in your predominantly white school in Canada. You're scrawny, you got your afro, your teeth look weird, your eyes are too far apart, looking like that nigga from Ice Age, swirlies and Indian sunburns and getting shoved into lockers all day. And then you decide, okay, let me.
That did not happen on Degrassi.
I'm talking his life, nigga. This is reality.
That did not happen on Degrassi.
No, he got shot. Even better, but still.
Awful.
Then you break into acting in the music industry, and you still whack, but you're finding your place, and girls like you finally, and you're still not respected by your peers. So it's like, okay, now I got to reinvent myself. Let's get the beard. Let's get some muscles. That's not working. Let's get the BBL treatment.
You got the hair surgery too.
And I feel like this dude is just rooted so deeply in insecurity and a need to be liked that it's totally try hard. And I feel like his fan base is low key on that. His stands. I'll be real, because some of these dudes really project themselves onto Drake. Mm-hmm. And there's an argument to be made here, but I ain't gonna make it today.
No, you can. But I can defend. Go say whatever you gotta say.
Okay, I'm just saying. But then it's like you look at what happened during the beef. Mm-hmm. I'm sure to a degree, I fought back from Pusha T. I must be unstoppable. So you clearly see how he was moving. He was way too cocky in the beginning of the beef.
I agree.
Called out Kendrick multiple times. Drop.
You questioned it. You questioned Kendrick's ability to come back.
No, and initially Drake was doing so good it seemed a little shaky.
But the
for a
thing
minute.
is, like, you make all these call outs saying, all right, fine, come at me then. Where you at? It's been 2 weeks. What's taking you so long?
2 weeks.
And then he does drop, fights back. You think you push your big red button with Family Matters. All right, y'all, let's go celebrate. Kendrick dropped what? Kendrick dropped again.
15 minutes later.
And then you have the Hart Part 6, which was very clearly an afterthought. I don't buy a single word of him saying, "Oh yeah, we baited you into this," but that's cool. I don't even need to beef with you no more. This is some good exercise.
No, Joe, I agree with you. I don't deny he took his foot off the pedal too soon. He didn't take Kendrick seriously enough.
How corny is it after you've bowed out of the beef? You've said, I don't want to dish you anymore. Summer Vibes up next, and then you spend 2 years fuming and sitting there. This is literally like story time when Shamir got pantsed in high school.
And he could have changed his name.
For real.
He's a Shami, sure. Shami, the art, whatever he calls himself now. But anyways, when our friend of ours got pantsed in school, because Dave actually put somebody up to that, but that's beside the point. But
you set that up?
Dave was out.
I have a question for you, Joe. Because
to round up this point, I
thought Rick Ross was just saying that the new Drake album was mid and trash, and Drake's not on his level. Did he change that up?
I don't know.
I'm not a Ross fan.
Joe, finish your point because I got a question from you from the chat. I know.
Okay. Yeah, but mostly it's like as soon as that happened, and then everybody's trying to comfort him, like, "Hey, it's okay. It's not that bad." And he's like, "No, I'm not mad. I just want to go home." And he's just sitting there fuming and doesn't say anything to the people responsible. Sits in the car, waits until he gets home. He's like, "Nah, I lied. I am mad." Like how am I supposed to take you seriously?
Can I respond? Okay, go ahead.
Can I do the question real quick?
No, we have a few things in the chat. Go ahead.
Because Joe, you do bring a lot of criticism about Drake and his style and who he is as a person and how it goes into his music. I know it wants to know, Joe, who are your top 5 rappers?
Oh, good question.
Like I said, for me,
Relentless, by the way, does say that Drake has not had a fair chance from the beginning. Go ahead.
Who said that?
He had a
Relentless.
He had a fair chance.
First off, what's up, Relentless?
I'm just reading the comments.
Top 5 rappers.
Top 5 rappers. Just for context, that maybe help the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I had to pick just some of my personal favorites, big fan of the Wu-Tang Clan. Obviously, they're all individuals, but I think it's fair to lump them together. They're in a group. Mos Def, I really like him. Next, aside from that, if I had to pick, because like I said, I'm into more like lyrical rappers. Like I like NWA, even though their lyrics aren't like the best in terms of just raw skill and stuff that you can barely follow. I still think that the way that they cover subject matter, really good for the time. And even, Ice Cube has had some modern songs that I've liked as well. Other ones, I have been getting more into Tupac, and I've seen what the hype is about, and it's like, okay, that's totally justified. There's other ones. I mean, Nas, I think, is really skillful. Eminem has grown on me a little bit over the years. There have been some modern ones where even though they're not like the best, I'd say compared to where we're at, musically now, doing the same thing, but also adding in some actual lyricism. Moneybagg Yo's had some songs I like. DaBaby, I kind of liked him, even though it's kind of the same flow in every song, but it's still good. Who's another one? I mean, that's more than 5. That's a good list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, when it comes to rap, my musical taste is more lyrical, more than anything. So like things like hooks and stuff of that, it's secondary. It can be nice, but that's not the main thing that I personally look for. But I also put aside that that's not the main thing that everybody looks for. That's why I asked you guys, what is it that you're looking for that makes a Drake song quality?
I can explain. I know if we ever answered personally. I think,
no, you're not really.
Yeah, I do think. First of all, I do like his flow, and lastly, I do like his lyrics.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
He has some great like geography bars. Like
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. What?
No, like can I give some examples?
Please do.
Okay.
Because I got examples.
So here's one. Okay, there's a bunch. Okay, so first one. I rack up a tab in Chanel because I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern. Okay, another one. I feel like BTS because it took the whole Korea to get my soul. Since 2009, as I climbed the ladder, they envy me like Nevada, but it never mattered. Okay, hold on. Honorable mention. Hold on, I got one more. My favorite.
Go ahead.
My favorite one of all time. This one on the album though. I told her I don't got no cash, and she says she could wait on Iraq on some Arabic shit. Kuwait, Iraq.
Yeah, I got.
Are y'all listening?
These are bars.
These are bars.
If anyone else said this, y'all be saying.
Like I said, and we've talked about this before too, where Drake is a very punchline rapper. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
He graduated from the school of Lil Wayne. Cross the street, wearing J's, call that Jay walking. Like that's that type of stuff.
And I want to clarify something with
and metaphors.
The Lil Wayne slander. I personally think Lil Wayne with the time that you're talking about, he was great. He was the best rapper alive
at the time.
He was on fire.
Yes, that Lil Wayne.
Tallest kid in kindergarten.
At one point, Lil Wayne was killing it. Like, so you're slandering Lil Wayne, but like at one point he was like I mean, Carter 3, the Drought series, all that stuff.
No, he had a solid run for a good period.
I mean, yeah, he was like on fire for about a good 5-6 years. Drake is just taking it way longer. I mean, Drake's been probably the number 1 to 3 rapper since we were in high school.
I mean, look.
And he's almost 40.
In terms of like quality of music, it's not too much of a difference in my opinion.
Between Wayne and Drake?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like, I feel like obviously Drake is more multifaceted than Lil Wayne, but I do think that Lil Wayne was probably better at what he did and not really much else, in my opinion.
Wayne is a metaphor factory.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
punchlines.
Yeah, but I mean, my thing too is like, and we talked about this. Here's the other point, because I've told you about this, where Drake's delivery is part of the problem too. Okay,
for you,
yeah,
yes.
But and even other people pointed this out too. But of course, that's anecdotal. But still, okay, audience, stay with me. We're gonna play a game real quick. I'm gonna take the same lines, recite it as the original rapper said it, and then recite it as Drake would say it.
Okay.
All right, stay with me. Okay. Tupac. It was sort of like, say, for like ambitions as a writer. So like, so many battlefield scars were driven in plush cars. This life as a rap star is nothing without God. Was born rough and rugged, addressing the mass public. My attitude was fuck. Yeah, that's okay. So you see like the way he like flows with the lyrics, right? Good lyrics, good delivery. Same lines with the way Drake would deliver it. And let me know if I'm accurate here. So many battlefield scars were driven in plush cars. His life as a rap star is nothing without God. Was born rough and rugged, addressing the mat. Do you hear it? Does it sound different to you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that the second one was trash.
But the thing is, like, it's the way that Drake delivers his music where like everything stays the same. It's
sometimes, yeah.
It's literally like the difference between an actor and a voice actor. If you're an actor, you have more weapons at your arsenal. You can use your face, your whole body, and stuff like that. But if you're a voice actor, your only weapon is your voice. So you've got to add those peaks and valleys. You've got to add, more clear emotions that you can detect just from hearing it. So that's like the difference. What I hear for somebody like Drake is that everything kind of stays like very flat.
So then, okay,
for the most part.
And if that's, and I know you're not going to love me asking this question, but I am wondering. We're having these critiques of Drake, and Drake's always had critiques for his entire career about, man, he should do this, he should do that, he should do that. Drake has done what he's wanted to do, and he has became, and not just became, but he has been the number 1 or 2 rapper for basically 16 years in a row. So what you're saying is like, how can we critique something that obviously has worked with the masses? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But again, I don't trust the judgment of the masses.
That's who the audience is, though. I mean, that's who the customers are.
I'm happy they're satisfied with McDonald's. That's what it is. We keep making that. That's the point. So is that the popularity does not equate to quality.
No, but to the people who are listening,
David,
it's quality.
50% of the country can't read above a 6th grade level. I don't give a fuck what they think.
Okay, so you want to just discredit the fact that he has all the numbers, et cetera, et cetera. We're just going to move that aside. So we acknowledge that. All right, how about this?
You're asking me to care what these people think. I don't.
Okay, got it. That's okay. That's fine. We'll disregard the numbers, but we'll just put, we know for sure that Drake's numbers are back. Okay, got it. Numbers are back.
Okay, tell you what.
I'll disregard numbers. I have points that are not
numbers. Here's a couple of numbers. Let me know if your research has yielded the same thing.
Oh, please, Joe. I hope you bring up what I think you're going to bring up.
Is it regarding comparison to GNX?
I don't know what you're bringing up.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right, let me pull up the image, because the thing with like the GNX thing, it's like, I think you even made the comparison before about like whether or not, it's doing the numbers, but it's like, here's what it's showing. From what I'm seeing here in terms of like Spotify and like where it was and how it dropped off over time, like what the percentages were. So day 1 for GNX was 44 million. Iceman had 140 million, right? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Because I know there was that whole weird thing with the Spotify, but that's accurate as of right now, yeah?
Well, yes, but there's an asterisk. I'll let you continue, but okay. I'll respond after.
So day 2, GNX got another 75 million, which is good for that. And then day 2, Iceman got 70 million. Day 3, GNX was at 52 million. Day 3, Iceman was at 50. Day 4, for GNX, 55 million. Day 4 for Iceman, 54 million, or 55 to 54. And then day 5, 50 million for GNX. And then day 5, 49 for Iceman. So it's like, it's not trailing super far behind in terms of like some of the drop off, but it's like even then, like Kendrick was still.
But I think he did have like the biggest drop off in rap for a rap album.
I'm 100% false.
You sure about that?
I got the numbers right here.
Okay.
Have we talked about how? Did you say something like Kendrick's album's on the way out? GNX.
He mentioned something like or I think he said he's got another.
It's like 98 right now, right?
It's like I thought I saw 39.
No,
it's not at 39. No,
39 what?
On Billboard? No,
his GNX is at 98, right?
Or whatever.
I can look it up, but it's in the 80s or 90s. It's on the way out of Billboard.
Yeah.
While Drake got albums that
came out when I was in high school
that are still in the top 50, top 20, et cetera, et cetera. And you can pull up Billboard Top 200 and find out yourself, Tori. Look it up.
I'm looking.
Yeah. Okay, but now, so Joe, what's your point about the numbers though? Make sure I understand.
Okay, so help me understand one thing real quick first. So when we talk about, tell you what, give me some numbers real quick, and then I might have a question for you afterwards.
Okay, numbers as far as where Drake, as far as Iceman?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, Iceman they're saying that like, now, remember when I say sales, I'm doing, this is
streams, right?
But this is the record, but the record industry still considers these sales because the sales equivalent. So they still do that. So but 500,000, well, they're saying projected to be around 470 to 500,000 units, which would be one of the most top-selling albums in the last.
When you say units, are we talking downloads?
No, first they said 500, then they came back and said, well, 470 something. Let's get that. Let's flip that around.
These are ranges and predictions, but yes, between 470 and 500, which is still. I mean, they said the last album that did that was Drake.
But real quick, clarify for me.
Yeah.
You said. Are we talking downloads?
No, okay. What I'm talking,
you said units. But
yes, what I'm talking about this is like the music industry. They include all that together and they just say, hey, these are just how many sales. There's like streaming numbers. There's an equation they do where it goes to sales equivalents, et cetera, et cetera. So to keep it simple, 500,000. That is around the number that Drake is going to sell for Iceman, which the last album.
But you say it's factoring in like everything, so like downloads and stream listens. Okay, this is very wishy-washy.
No, this is not me saying this. This is even with the numbers you said for Kendrick. That's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just how the industry counts things because it's so many different metrics. But yeah, so Drake is about to have
I had a video.
Almost 500,000.
Breaking it down.
Almost 500,000. Units sold. I mean, however they want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, though,
that's true. Look it up.
But again, this is my issue with like this streaming era of things and how we measure your popularity by that metric, because at the end of the day, it's not, to me, it doesn't seem very reliable when you can have Spotify say, oh, we messed up because we lumped these two things together. Now we have to redact that, where if it was measured by like actual physical units sold or something like that, that'd be a much more reliable statistic.
I agree, but we're not that's not where we are now. That's not on Drake. That's just.
But at the same time, it's also, you have Drake himself who was trying to come after Not Like Us and Kendrick Lamar saying you got all these botted streams, where honestly, Drake moving like MAGA again. Every accusation is a confession, because are you going to sit here and say that this clearly doesn't apply to you when you're supposedly the biggest right now? As if you're not playing the same game.
Okay. I personally, I think that like I don't want to get into conspiracy theories. Like we can't prove anything.
But how are you going to not get into it when it's relevant to the factors that you're bringing up?
Here's why I'm not getting into it, Joe. Because two things. Because if we get into this, case in point, Joe Budden, who has the #1 podcast, hip hop podcast, and has been a Drake critic for a while, and last year and during the beef, he rode with Kendrick, et cetera, et cetera. He said himself, and you can look at the quote, he said, yeah, Kendrick did use bots. Okay, so what I'm saying is I don't want to get into the conspiracy theory stuff, because you could everybody has said stuff. I have another example.
But again, when you're talking about stuff like that, you can't also then pretend like it's not possible for that to be a factor with your favorite artist.
I'm not. What I'm saying though is if we open up the conversation of conspiracy theories, then we could just go crazy. Charlemagne the God, who is a known Drake hater, says, quote, behind the scenes, the industry has always actively rooted against Drake. So again, if we go down this path, I think it's never ending, because there's so many things. I just want to.
I mean, when he says the industry, is he talking the artists or the actual executives?
He was talking about behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so again, and this is more conspiracy stuff. So I think if we can keep it to things we know, because otherwise, again, Joe Budden is saying, I know for sure they use bots. I'm not trying to go down that path and do that, but we could. So I'm saying we just talk about things we know, because the conspiracy theory path can go really, really crazy.
But again, if you do believe that like any of these streams are botted and inorganic, then of course it applies across the board. Like even a lot of people's favorite streamers were just outed for using bots. Like, people like
but I know,
Emmy
but
Root,
we can't prove anything during this conversation. So I'm saying, like, if they're saying that Kendrick was botted, they're saying this, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, I think it would be better just to talk about things we can prove and know. But otherwise, it's just theorizing.
But if it is possible, and if people are out here confirming that it has happened, whether you take that or not, that's why I don't really look at streaming data as like a really reliable number.
But Joe, to counter that, back in the day when and you can look this up too, when rappers weren't selling well, they would buy 50,000 units of their own album. So number manipulation has always been a factor.
Yeah, and as I just stated before too, obviously the industry had to push people like Michael Jackson. He was the biggest artist that there ever was, but obviously he didn't get there by himself. Obviously his talent speaks for itself, but he still had to have the backing of Pepsi, of Motown, of Epic Records, Sony, et cetera, et cetera. And again, the support stopped with Sony at a certain point. That's very clear to see, and you see what the detriment was behind that. So again, it's like you can't play Mr. Oh, I'm fighting against the system when the system is clearly working for you. You're just taking issue with it when it's not working for you as well as you want.
I agree.
Didn't this dude try to negotiate contracts before the beef and then only got butthurt after he lost?
So here's the thing, Joe. Everything you're saying about Joe personally is true.
Did you say Joe?
Yeah, your name. Yeah, I said Joe.
Everything you're saying about
Drake is true. Yeah, yes. From a personality perspective, yes. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm not saying he's not petty. I'm not saying that he's not all those things. I'm just talking about, obviously, the music.
But I can't separate it from the music if he won't fucking shut up about it.
Okay, you can't, but enough people can.
Dude, if he opens up his album talking about, oh, my dad got cancer, feel bad for me, and then people call him out for saying, bro, your dad just said he's fine, then you'll just, hey, I'm just here for the music. It's in the music.
And I agree.
So you acknowledge that's corny as fuck?
No.
Is that a line that you should throw?
I feel like maybe he wrote that line when his dad was battling cancer and the album just dropped.
No. Because if that was the case, because when his dad was supposedly battling cancer, this was before the beef. That means he would have said something.
Wait, where are you saying it was before the beef?
How do you know?
No. That's not true, because the song was addressing stuff in the beef. So this actually was all post beef.
Yeah.
But the reason he put it in there was clearly to try and get sympathy.
Where are you getting that? So y'all are adding your opinion on that.
Y'all be giving this man passes.
I'm not giving him the pass.
Y'all be giving passes.
He can't write us. Because
the fact that his dad came out and said, I don't have cancer.
He didn't say that.
No, he
said
didn't.
I'm better now.
He said, I don't have it.
He didn't say that.
Write the song the night before he dropped the album. He obviously wrote this a while ago.
Y'all know that.
Y'all
know that for a fact.
Hold on, Tori.
Y'all know for a fact he wrote it a while ago.
I can prove that to you, Tori, because there are songs on the album now that leaked in early 2025.
Yes.
So the song that he talking about his dad having cancer, that leaked earlier.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is obviously he's
the fact that he put it on the album. What if his dad don't? Why would he let it slide? Why would he let it ride?
First of all, even cancer remission, you can still come back.
Has his dad come out and said it's in remission?
That's what when cancer goes away, that's usually what happens.
Sometimes it's gone forever.
Okay, but we don't know this, so we're adding a lot of assumptions.
Just like you don't know his dad had cancer.
So then I'm not gonna make it.
He throw it in there because he gonna get them listens. People gonna be like, oh, now I know where Drake's mind is at. This man's been battling his dad. Like I said, y'all give Drake so many passes. When he said his dad wasn't there, it was like, oh, now I understand Drake. His dad wasn't in his life. Then his dad comes like, I've been in his life. What are you talking about? Then y'all like, y'all just let that slide. Then he's talking about, oh man, my dad is this. He's like, oh, he pimped. Like I learned the pimp game from him. Y'all like, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's why Drake be pulling him like that. Now he's saying, oh, my dad had cancer. Oh, dang. I feel, man, that Drake dad had cancer. You know, like y'all, every time this man say something and it come out that's not what it is, y'all be like, well, he's still making
Once upon a time, Kendrick Lamar had a diss where he said that Drake had a daughter.
Eternity Graham?
She doesn't exist. There is no daughter out there. He was fed false information and repeated it.
You believe that?
Y'all let him slide.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Y'all saying he fed him false information, but then again, when if that's the case, then what happened? What's all this stuff we fed your face?
We're talking about it's Drake.
Wait a minute. How does Drake?
If he has a daughter, where's the
How does Drake? You know what? How does Drake go from we fed y'all false information to whoever gave you that information, y'all some dummies.
Oh.
Y'all switch that. That man lied. That man lied about it. Nah, that's crazy. That man Drake be actively lying in y'all face, and y'all eat it up. Y'all eat it up. Y'all be all in that man. Say something.
Y'all can't tell me this don't look like
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
Hang on. Stream is acting up.
Stream is acting up.
We having some stream issues. Audio is doing some weird thing out of sync. People are saying in the chat that they're having some issues.
Are y'all still having those
They're
issues?
saying
Facebook is lagging a little bit.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at it now. It is doing some weird stuff. Again, it's actually doing the same thing that happened in our last stream.
Damn.
We reset it
with
though.
the out of sync thing.
Facebook.
Yeah, videos behind on yeah. Hold on, chat. Sorry, we're gonna try to fix.
Dave, you got yourself a little breather.
Look at the mouse.
Yeah, got you.
I just want you to acknowledge the fact that first Drake said that fed y'all the information.
You know what? Forget the fact the information part. The fact is Kendrick rapped about stuff that isn't true, and if y'all saying that Drake having cancer isn't true, then all these people are lying.
So Ace is bringing up a good point though, that y'all are not using that same logic over here.
Well, but David, articulate it for me.
Y'all not using that same critique to Kendrick when he said that. Y'all are still trying to say, oh, it could be true still, when it's been 2 years. And
out of everything that was said in the beef, that's the only thing.
There's been other stuff too, but here, we got to fix the stream. So yeah, Twitch, everything's lagging. Sorry, chat.
And
we're going to try. Yeah, they're saying Twitch is lagging too.
Oh my goodness.
Always does is when it's.
They're saying the bit rate is fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fix it, Tori.
Keep us posted. Let us know.
Fix it, Tori.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How did we fix it last time? Or did it just work itself out?
I think last time we had closed.
I had to close a few things.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it says poor network detected. Let me do a speed test, see if it's the actual internet. Sorry, chat.
Joe, who's our people?
Who's a what?
For the
AT&T? Yeah.
We might need a.
I mean, can we get another one here?
Like a different service?
Because I know they had like their deal with the apartment, but I mean,
is
that a possibility?
No, it's crazy thing is, it's actually saying that our connection it says very fast. I mean, 300 megabits per second download speed, 150 upload speed. It says connection very fast. So I don't know why.
Which one is messing up?
It's doing it for all of them because I saw it. Oh, let me look.
Let me try to look up some stuff too. Chat, I know you were excited to hear.
They call him marvelous. Did donate $1.99 on YouTube. Says, "What up, fam? From VA to Indy. Love the stream. Appreciate you. Sorry, chat. We're trying to fix our internet right now. Not sure."
VA is Virginia, right?
Yeah.
There's a con up there I want us to go to.
I wouldn't mind.
Relentless told us about it the other week when we did our stream.
Okay.
It's a big. They actually have like a lot of like big people going there too. I'll send it to you real quick.
Like I said, some of these places we got to watch out where we travel now. Now, Virginia, I'd say cool.
I've been to Virginia.
Now we go to West Virginia. Oh boy. We stay in the hotel. We go to the convention. That is it.
Yeah, we might have to like just bite the bullet and pay for whatever the max internet is.
I thought we already got the best.
We got like the second highest one. I think we might have to go.
I thought the issue was that we got the highest that we could get, but there was another one higher that it just wouldn't work for here.
Oh, maybe.
So no, they said we could get it because like it was like because we one we had was like 100 or something like that, and then we got the 5, and he said if that doesn't work, then we would do the other.
Okay. Yeah,
Mr. Well, why the hell not just let us get the real deal? Like
Mr. Fallen says he has lagging on Twitch too. So yeah, sorry, chat.
almost wonder if it's like
the Creative
platform.
Collab says come to Toronto.
I mean, look, I wouldn't mind going to Toronto.
There's other parts of Canada I want to explore because David took me to Windsor for my 30th birthday.
I mean, if I see Drake in the street, I might have to play Meet the Grams or Not Like Us just in his presence, just to.
You can't do that in the 6.
Nigga, I will. The 6 loves that song too.
Okay, it looks like it's less lagging now. Tori, what did you like? Close some stuff?
I closed some stuff and then restarted some other pages.
Okay. I think it might. Chat, let us know if it's still lagging.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. See if I can. I see some things if I Google it, but I'll read it.
Yeah, let's definitely upgrade and bite the bullet on that because we can't have these issues. But I think it.
Funny because I'm only really staying here a couple more months.
I was really just doing the math on my fingers. Like, how many months?
Mr. Fallen says it's fixed.
Okay,
so we can. Oh, and then Benji Behave did another gifted sub on
Behave.
Twitch. Thank you, despite our issues on the internet, you came through for us. So Benji Behave,
y'all showing your support so we can get some rich people internet. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So Tori, maybe if you want to maybe only have Streamlabs and then what? Oh, I guess you have to have YouTube up too. But
yeah,
do you have to have Twitch up?
Because
you say you do?
I mean, Twitch is show we could see the.
Because I got the chat. I've been sending. I have the chat on my screen. I'm just saying, just try to save bandwidth. But they're saying it's fixed though.
All right.
Turbo Man says better on YouTube.
That's good. That's good.
Sauce God says we need to get that fiber optic.
I thought we tried to get it. Is all I'm saying.
So let me close Twitch out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, we can. Yeah, not like sign out, but you mean as far as the tab? Yeah, 'cause I have it up. I can see the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we might be okay. Let's just.
I had put it over there so I could see it.
Oh, okay.
That way we had a chat on.
Yeah, but you say you got eyes on the chat anyways. Too.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Please chat. Let us know if there's any issues that come up. Tori's tried to fix a few things. And again, Behave Benji. Again, appreciate you coming through with the multiple subs on Twitch
for sure.
And appreciate y'all sticking around despite our issues. And then Jay, I'm probably saying it right. Jaquan Collins says it's fixed on YouTube. Okay.
Cool.
Tori, want to come back and let's just try to continue from there.
All right.
All right.
Well, watch your cord.
Yeah. Go that way.
Asia, where do we leave off?
Basically, all I was saying, if y'all are saying that Drake saying that his dad has cancer isn't true, then we also need to address untrue statements Kendrick has said.
Well, again, I'm not saying.
You talk about first of all, you can't bring in the new album. You can't bring in the new album talking about the lines that Kendrick used in the old album. This is 2 years later.
Well, hold on.
You talking about this man's bringing in new lies.
But to clarify here, I'm not saying that Drake's dad having cancer isn't true. What I'm saying is the way that he's presenting it is in a way that's very inauthentic. So, David, you and I both, we've had family issues with cancer. You're both, your dad and my mom had thyroid cancer, but we're both in a better place now, right? Mine's cool, yours cool, good? Okay. So for the time we're in the clear, maybe not out of the woods, but we're in the clear.
Yeah.
Now, are we then gonna make music or do a live stream or a video asking for sympathy points from our audience after you just got your ass whooped and exposed for being a bit of an asshole as a way to try and deflect criticism, or because it's like it's not an issue right now?
Yeah, because okay. So to respond to that, I think it's the way that you're framing it is definitely having a lot of your perspective and opinion on it. Where for me, I don't know when he wrote this song.
To me, that's irrelevant because
why?
You're putting it in the song now.
Yes, but okay. For example, if
it was written like a month ago, what if you made an edit? Wouldn't it? Was that possible?
But why do you need to make an edit? Even if your dad's in remission, it's like, yo, like that's still a stage of cancer. It's like, yo, like remission, but he can still come back.
But he's using the cancer as a speaking point on, this is why this is
what
why.
It seems like a lot of opinions though.
This is the mindset that I'm in right now.
Yeah, you're not talking about facts.
Because in that same, look at all the other.
No, but what I said is this is opinion. We're not talking about facts though.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
People.
And remember, in the context of that song, all he was talking about was here's the things that I am dealing with or have dealt with that are more important than the beef. That was the line. So yes, he's talking about, hey, I'm 40, I'm battling.
Even that doesn't make sense.
How?
Because he's like, oh, this is better than the beef, but then you still beefing with people. You still taking shots. You still taking shots at the people. I'm dealing with my dad got cancer, but I'm still gonna take shots at these people over here. I'm getting older at 40. I'm doing therapy, but I can't focus because she looked good. Like what do you want us to focus on? What do you want?
No, that's the main reason why I don't like the intro track, because it's like, yeah, you almost like, even some of the people that have like what you might call haters or whatever say like, okay, this is the type of growth that we wanted to see from Drake. I don't give a damn because I don't like this nigga, but hey, points to that. But then you immediately contradict it when you get back to your braggadocious, I want the smoke shit, when you're out here suing for defamation against a label. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I guess for me personally, like
which is interesting that you're defending it, because I'm just here for the music. I don't care about his personal life.
I'm not defending. What I'm saying is I don't know the full context of, like, again, so I'm not going to assume either way about, y'all are already jumping and saying he's asking for sympathy points and stuff. I'm not even saying
Why
that.
else even put it on the song?
Because that is something that he's actually dealing with. Drake has always put his life in music. Yeah. If his dad at one point has cancer, I don't see a problem with him mentioning it. I don't see a problem with it. He's always put his personal life in music. But
again, you can't then be Mr. I don't care about his personal life. I just want to hear the music. I just want something to shake my ass to.
I didn't say that.
But then turn around and try to defend the stuff that he puts in the music.
What I'm saying.
To me, it seems inconsistent coming from you.
What I'm saying when it comes to Drake is this. First of all, humans in general, you can feel one way one day and feel another way one day.
We felt all those ways in one song.
And I don't have a problem with it, because again, if it actually happened to him, no, it has nothing to do with it. If it actually happened to him, he can mention it in any way he wants. Like, to me, he might have wrote it 6 months ago.
But he posted it in the song now.
Like Tori's saying. We don't know. But regardless of that, he's allowed to speak what he thinks is his truth in the song.
As soon as I heard the song, and I heard it, I'm a human being. I'm like, you know what? I don't like this dude. I wish he would go away, but you know what? Condolences. And then you have this dad turn around and say, oh, no, that was a long time ago. I'm cool now. What's he talking about?
We got to keep in mind, too. Can I ask you a question? Do we know that his dad is going to be 100% forthcoming about his own health? We don't have his health diagnosis. He could be trying to just downplay it and like, oh, don't worry about me.
So his dad would downplay it, but Drake
remember,
wouldn't?
This was a random person from TMZ who ran up on him.
You owe him an explanation?
You don't owe him an explanation, but y'all are taking that 10-second interview.
Oh, Drake's a liar.
Yeah, so again, this is all, we don't know the full facts here. So again, I don't assume things like y'all do. Again, does his dad have to go and show y'all his cancer diagnosis and
stuff? Or just say, hey, I'm dealing with it, but I'm doing okay.
But what he said, hey, I'm good now. That was a long time ago.
He said that was a long time ago. Yeah. He put it out in the song now. That doesn't read as corny.
Yo, a long time ago could be 6 months ago. Again. Y'all are over here
assuming stuff. You're assuming it's 6 months.
No, I'm not assuming either way.
You said it could be 6 months ago. Or it could have been 16 years ago.
Again, I'm not saying either way. I'm taking it as, hey, obviously this happened at some point. Y'all are trying to do, and listen, this is such a non-factor, honestly. This is like the smallest.
The only reason why I pick it up, only reason why I bring it up is because every time Drake has mentioned his dad, he's lied about it.
No, he has not.
Did he not lie when he said my dad wasn't in my life?
There was a point where his dad wasn't in his life.
No, he said his dad was never in his life.
There was a point like that, yes.
And then his dad came out and said, oh, he was. And then they got all those old video footage of him with his dad and all of that. Like, my dad was never in my life. Like, it's just been my mom.
Y'all, okay.
Bro, Drake the type of dude to say, yeah, my dad wasn't in my life. He left to go get cigarettes.
Like, he's literally said that.
I was gone for 6 minutes, bro.
And then his dad came out and said, I don't know what he's talking about.
Let's say all that's true. Sure. I'll give y'all a W. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm going to move on to some other stuff. Y'all are saying that the Iceman album is trash.
What about that line? What about that line? He was like, maybe it's my Jewish roots. What he said?
I got it written down.
I'm not here to debate.
Maybe it's my fair skin or my Jewish roots.
So he's saying that we anti-Semitic for not accepting.
I'm not here to debate every single line in the world with Drake. But what I am
now you're trying to excuse it when you don't want to talk about it.
Because I was going to say something, but I decided to take it back. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is this: I'm not here to debate Drake's every single line from Drake's album. What I am saying is this, Joe, just to clarify, you are saying that the Iceman album is out, and you are saying that there is a decline in fan perception as far as it being quality, right? Like this is across the board. Most people saying it's trash.
For sure, those other two. This one, it's gone anywhere from like decent to mid.
Got it.
Something like that.
So to you, the reaction is decent to mid.
Yeah, even from what I've heard.
Got it.
Definitely sounds better than
so
the two. But
so all I want to do is present the other side of that, because I think that you're only telling just a very small percentage of the consensus of this album.
Unless you know what the actual data is of what the perception is, then neither of us know.
Yeah, but you're presenting some information. I'm just saying there's another side to that.
Okay, present.
And I would love to present it. For example, you're saying that hey, the album is either trash to mid, et cetera, et cetera.
I think it's doing it again.
What?
YouTube. I can't tell yet, but
why you say that?
It's giving me the warning right here.
Oh, let us know. Hey, chat, let us know if the stream is still giving any issues. I can look too, Tori. Hold on, let me see. Chat, how's YouTube?
Looking.
Let's see. For example, it looks in sync to me.
So
but I see good. I think so. Well, yeah, we'll wait for the chat to let us know. So chat, let us know if there's any issues. So
in the meantime, yes. Please.
Okay, so Joe, again, you are saying that most of the reception of it is not great.
A good deal of it.
Got it, good deal of it. And I am trying to say, Joe, that is like maybe I'm not even getting into percentages, but I am saying that there is a whole nother large side that is saying the exact opposite of it. And these are not just Glazers. Okay. I'm excluding those people. I'm not going to bring up academics, low sports people like that. I'm going to bring up other people a lot of people who are not unbiased. For example, Timbaland, respected producer. Mm-hmm. He made classic songs, worked with classic artists. He worked with Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On, Cry Me a Liver, Big Pimpin', et cetera, et cetera. He says, quote, that the song Janice STFU, he says, quote, will be a timeless track and it is the song of the summer.
Y'all sure?
He said that.
Okay, are we talking the same? Is that the Teach Me Baby? That one?
Yeah.
What?
So Joe, so you don't like that song, right?
I'm not a fan.
So Joe,
personally,
and I respect your opinion, Joe. But that song is projected to be #1 on Billboard, and he said this before that. He said it when the album first came out. So I'm just trying to show you some examples. I can keep going.
Okay.
I can keep going. I can keep going. Again, you don't want me to use numbers and people like that.
I mean, again, like even if you want to go back to like "Sexy Songs for You," like Nokia was like the song of that album because there weren't that many. Mm-hmm. But even for me, it's like I can see where, from a personal standpoint, I didn't get into it just because a lot of it felt kind of gimmicky with the
Baby Girl.
Yeah, that like of course people turn that into their little TikTok sounds or whatever.
I'm not saying anything about the song myself. I'm just saying that right
the two. Yeah, I would feel like I would say that's probably a better song than Janice STFU. But
that looks good.
I'm trying to see what this YouTube.
Oh, I don't know.
YouTube.
Oh, I got you. Let me see what that is. Okay, they call him marvelous. It says, hey, do y'all think X-Men 97 paid homage to Man of Steel when Storm took her first flight, and was that taken directly from Zack Snyder's Man of Steel?
I mean, people write off Zack Snyder's style all the time. It's no Facebook.
Damn. Okay, Ben says Facebook is. Oh, it says going wild again. Yeah. And
Facebook be tripping.
Okay, and then
YouTube. We've been having some.
We've had smooth streams in the recently. Yeah, it's a stream lagging again. Oh man.
I mean, I feel like maybe it's the fact that it is so many multi-streams. I don't know, but like I said,
okay, Mr. Phone says Twitch is messing up now too.
Yeah, I think it could be the.
And we did the thing to avoid this too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bear with us, chat.
Call him Marvelous. He sent us $5.
Oh, damn.
Thank you.
Right on.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. They call him Marvelous.
They're saying, oh yeah, I think it's probably I sync again. Dang.
It's like buffering.
If we can even do anything with it.
It's not. Let's see. Let me.
Ryan's saying audio.
Let me see.
Yeah. Pretty soon we'll probably have to run some tests.
Suggestion: turn it off, turn it back on.
And then pop back on.
Want to see?
Might have to do it.
That's crazy because like our internet speed is actually very high.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like it's got to be something with like stream.
I'm looking
Stream Labs or something like that.
Yeah. Mics are skipping. What?
Yeah, because it's like it's out of sync.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean.
Let me get back to my Google search because I had some stuff I was going to read. I just didn't feel like doing it right now. Chat, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, nice midterm.
Because what's the bit rate at right now?
Bro, it's saying okay. Let me look. It was like it's saying that upload our download speed. They're saying is 300.
Yeah.
And then upload speed is 230.
Because our internet is good. It's obvious. It's got to be something.
We're like 250 upload speed. So I mean, internet speed is good. So it's not the
Let me see. This video is 2 minutes.
Yo, new streamers, if you guys are using Streamlabs, stream, or you're trying to stream.
Bear with us, chat. Bear with us. Keep us posted.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Wait, what did you just say? For some reason, this guy suggested don't stream horizontally, just do it vertically. But I mean,
Tori, do you want to try? You want to try closing Instagram?
I'm about to.
Because that one is like the least important one, and if it can help us with the multi-stream part.
That's the thing, though. We've never had issues with the multi-stream, especially when we added in Instagram.
Our bandwidth, we can try that.
Again, if you see any changes, chat, please keep us posted.
Keep us posted on any updates. If
You said do what now?
why don't you just close Instagram and just see if that helps anything? Because again, like that's probably the least important one. We care more about the Twitch and YouTube. You want to see if that helps?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We paying nobody anyway, so.
I saw something that was like maybe I should lower the bit rate.
Because what's it at right now?
Sure.
Okay, I don't hear any audio now.
Damn.
Any audio from what?
From anything?
No. Yeah.
What the hell?
But you don't hear any
No.
microphone?
Okay, there we go. Now it's back.
Okay.
Let me see if
This stuff just be doing whatever it wants sometimes.
Let me see if it's in sync now.
It said it is in sync.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. It looks like it's in sync now, but okay, it's in sync now, and that weird glitch thing is gone too. So, so chat, give it about another 10 seconds or so. Let us know if voices are out of sync, movements out of sync, anything. Okay, audio's gone. So okay, hold on.
Again?
Hold on, no. They said I think it's on the delay. It's on the delay.
Right. Right. So they're
I see the reconnecting up there at the top.
Where at?
Up there in the top left.
That's like the Twitch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they say it's back. Okay. Hold on. Creator Class says back. Let's see. I'm gonna ask how is. It looks like it's in sync to me. Okay, Jay Quan Collins says you're good now. So might have been maybe Tori. It was the Instagram because Joe, you said something about the vertical could mess it up or something.
Well, that was talking about I think YouTube, but I could be wrong. I mean,
okay,
that's something
we do the vertical thing too, so I don't want to too much.
So I could.
Okay, interesting problem says you guys look good to me. I think we might be okay. We're gonna try. If we have another issue, we maybe should try a reset type thing.
Just let us know, everybody.
Yeah, and chat, we apologize. We're going to try to in between this week and next one try to figure out what's going on here. So, okay, so we will try. Okay, so Joe, I have other points I want to bring up, but I'm bringing this up to say because again, I see a lot of fans on, of course, comment sections and things like that. But I assume if I bring up what fans are saying about the song, you probably would say, okay, hey, of course, that's his main base. I'm trying to bring up other factors and things like that too.
I'm not saying that they can disagree
because they're loving the song. That is probably Janice STFU is going to be the big hit song. It's the one that's getting the most streams. This is going to be number one. And before they even had the predictions, Timbaland said that in first night when it came out, this is going to be song of the summer. And he's a music producer and maybe one of the best. I mean, he's a probably top 10 hip hop producer of all time, if we're being honest, right? I mean, so
if there's anybody's opinion we could trust,
it would be Timbaland, right?
Would we say like song of the summer, specifically that? I mean, to me, it's like I'm trying to figure out exactly what context they feel like. This is a genuine question here. It's exactly where they feel like that would fit, because I listened to that one and it sounds cool, but it's definitely not like his more energetic or
It's not.
hype song.
It's
I
not.
agree.
Right.
And that's
But
why I was surprised that one is going to be the
That's the one
Hot
that
Summer
people are
Song.
gravitating towards. Even
Yeah.
for me, there's some songs that I like more, but a
I
lot
thought
of
we
people
ran to
are.
Atlanta low key.
Yeah, that one's number 2. That one people are liking that one too.
No, Ran Atlanta's a club hit.
Yeah. So, okay, so Joe, to give you some other evidence to show you this other side again, I'll mention in general, I've seen tons of fans loving the album as well. This is YouTube, this is Reddit, this is Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. But those are fans. But I'm seeing a lot of fan love. If I go to some publications, right?
Okay.
GQ called Iceman, quote, Drake's best album in 10 years. Okay. New York Times called this album.
Tell you what, let's stick on that for a second.
Okay.
GQ said best album in 10 years.
That's what GQ said.
Okay.
And that's a lot of people are saying that.
Now I'm curious about this because now again, this is coming from a lot of fans themselves that say that it sounds like the same thing that they've been hearing for the last 10 years. So, and even wasn't there this weird thing that Drake posted, I think on X or Instagram or whatever, where he was like low key making like a dig at people that were critical of his album, where I think he posted some stuff from like way back in the day when he was like some people were critical about it, and then I think he showed the numbers or something like that, if I remember correct. But
yeah, he posted how people reacted to Take Care.
Right.
And just to clarify, to my perception of that was that he's showing that like, hey,
even if people are like trash,
whenever I drop, people always talk trash about it, but at the end, it ends up being considered a classic. For example, when Views came out, Asia, we were in college. You remember that?
I do.
Everybody said it was trash.
They did.
Now, when the anniversary came around, all these publications were like,
is that really respectable though?
I'm just no. What
I mean, this is like the Michael Bay argument of like, yeah, they'll talk shit about Transformers, but it's still going to do box office.
No, he's not saying. What he's saying is later they come back. Later, everybody says, "Oh, actually, that was actually really good," and we were just grading it too harshly or hating on it. So again, But the GQ's not saying. GQ's saying that this is his best work in the last decade.
No, Vince Arson's right though.
What do you say?
Timbaland, he said the same Timbaland's getting heat for his support of
a
AI music artists.
Okay, so we're gonna discredit Timbaland's whole career.
Because choice.
Okay, fine. Well, y'all don't want to discredit. All right, fine.
All right, pull up another one.
I can keep going. Again,
That's cool.
That's what GQ says. GQ. Okay, New York Times Popcast. They have a music section they do. They praise the album, said concise, no filler, and full of introspection.
They
concise and no filler.
The same ones that was dogging Michael Jackson out back in the day.
You tell me. I don't know.
There were a lot of publications that were like really critical of. I mean, honestly, like anything post Thriller, to be honest, like has gotten criticism from somebody. Like especially Invincible, saying that like it was a mishmash of sounds and stuff like that, talking about songs like Heartbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
But then the same people will turn around and praise dubstep and stuff like Skrillex, even though songs like Heartbreaker were low key kind of like a prototype of dubstep anyway. So it's like there's going to be a lot of weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Like one person's going to say one thing at one point, one person's going to say another thing at another point. So it's like.
But all I'm presenting here is that
there is another side that is.
Yes. That is very positive to it. That is very positive to it, and not just Glazers and stuff. And again,
I figured that there's going to be that. Like you're not going to make. Again, nobody sets out to make or at least they shouldn't, to make a totally bad thing. There's an argument to be made about the other two albums, but we're going to put that aside. We're sticking strictly Iceman.
I got responsible for those too.
But specifically when we're talking about like Iceman, of course, it's like there's going to be songs that hit for somebody. Like even again, Plaque Boy Mac. Again, a dude who was glazing Drake so hard that he said the shit that he said as soon as Drake's meat dropped on the internet. This dude stopped his car and said like, "Hey, look, y'all. No, there's a new Man of Steel, bro. That dude is glazing hard." Had a picture of himself as Drake's kid, and even he had like a live stream where he was listening to the music, and he had like clips where he was like vibing to it and dancing and stuff like that. Because of course there was, because he's a Drake fan, he's a Drake glazer. It's going to show up at some point. But then after I know there's a difference, but
sorry, talk to
me. But no, like even after he was like frustrated because he felt pressured to say something positive because he's in this industry where he's marketed himself as a Drake fan.
And listen, he doesn't have to like the album, and that is.
But even amongst that, he still named like 2 or 3 songs that he would add to his playlist.
But I'm naming people who like the whole album. They said no. This person says, next to New York Times says no filler. Okay, again, I can keep going. Joe Budden, who has the #1 hip hop podcast, who is getting dissed on Iceman, to clarify. So this is somebody who wouldn't have any reason to glaze the album. He says Drake sounds more evolved on this album compared to Scorpion and other albums like that. And he also called Janice fire. They praised the production and everything. They said, this is back to old school Drake that I like. So that's another person. I'm going to give you another example. Complex Magazine, in their review, says this is Drake's best album since Views. And that album came out we were in college, so that's like 8 years ago or so. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people who are saying that this is his best work in a very long time.
So what is this supposed to mean to me?
So it means to you that...
I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Sorry. So I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh.
Damn it, Asia.
Everything between Views and now has been mid, pretty much.
Okay, that's pure rage bait. But
what I'm saying to you is
that's pretty much what Complex said.
To a certain note, Tori's not wrong to a certain degree. So what I'm saying is, Joe, is that like there are some people who don't like it, but there's also some people who are saying this is his best work in the last 10 years. Some people have been saying his best album, period, like Asia as well. So it's like I'm just trying to present the entire picture here.
So the conclusion that we draw from this is that the reception of the album is very divisive. Because you've got people that are posting reviews that are on all sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
On the far end of this is the greatest work since, the far end of this album is straight trash, the low sides of like, I don't really like it, but there's a couple songs that I really vibe with. A lot of them, like there's it's all over the place.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's been Drake's entire career.
Then that says more about Drake's career than anything.
But he's also
if the worst insult that this album and all of his projects have gotten is, damn, you could tell Drake wrote this. If people are insulting your album by saying that you did the bare minimum of your job of actually writing the shit, what does that say about how people respect you? People wishing that the ghostwriters came back. For those other two albums, I swear he made them shits with ChatGPT.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out exactly what do you want me to take away from this?
What I'm saying is
that there's people that still vibe with. Sure, good for them. Which I feel bad for them that this is what they're rocking with. But hey,
but it's not just it, but it's a large. I don't know the numbers, but I'm saying when you factor that in, when you factor the fact that there's a lot of people saying, again, Drake's albums have been coming out for a while, and no one said this about For All the Dogs, CLB, et cetera, et cetera. The fact that they're saying that about this, I think shows that there is some music here that is connecting with more people than his previous albums. And I'm responding because you said there's a decline here. And I'm saying, Joe, the exact opposite, because actually Drake's numbers are up in almost every category right now. And this album is getting, I think, more positive reception than other albums recently.
But even if this is, again, that says more to his actual career than anything, because if this is getting more positive reception than the shit that came before, then what does that say about this dude's career as a whole? Because even right now, this reception isn't good.
Music is subjective, though. No one's gonna like all of your music.
But again, if you're saying that this album is here, and you're saying that his previous albums were here, then, but the actual what's the ceiling? Where's the actual quality standard?
This is the thing. Music, it's quality to the people who actually listen.
And I don't give a fuck what they think because they don't have an ear for quality.
But Timbaland doesn't have an ear for quality?
If they think that this shit is good, then maybe not. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna discredit. So then you're gonna discredit. I think
crazy to discredit.
You're gonna discredit Timbaland. You're gonna discredit Joe Budden. You're gonna discredit all these people who are.
When have you credited Joe Budden?
Complex. I listen to Joe Budden all the time. Not as a rapper, but as a podcaster, yeah. There's a reason that Complex Magazine is saying that this is his best album in 10 years, because, I mean, there's some truth there. Yeah.
It really is.
It is. So it's like I said, I'm with you, Joe. You're saying there's some people hating on it, but there is a whole nother side of people who are saying that this is the best work. What the true consensus is, I'm not sure. But when you combine that with the fact that this album is
getting... But even if it's this divisive, that's not a good look.
What do you mean not... Okay, not a good look to who?
Okay, let me ask you. I'm sure that there were people that were probably critical of GNX and stuff. There were Drake Glazers say, oh my God, this is trash. Drake wanted to be like... But even aside from that, there were people that are like, yeah, this was good, but this wasn't Kendrick's best stuff. But overall... that album had like a pretty positive reception. Yeah. You can go back and look at other classics and be like, oh yeah, Wu-Tang Forever or 36 Chambers, that was great. Then they can go to A Better Tomorrow and be like, okay, this stuff was, this wasn't their Wu-Tang's best stuff, but it still had some good songs. Like, again, when you have an album that's this divisive, that's been had all this hype, you've got people on every side of the spectrum that are either trashing it or defending it or justify whatever. If it's got to be that divisive, then maybe it's not as good as we think.
But hold on, that's not fair to say, because, for example, the Michael Jackson movie, you love the Michael Jackson movie. Critics trashed it, and fans love it. So I could say the same thing. Dang, if the movie is this divisive, and fans are this,
even for
how
me,
good is the movie?
And even for me, as a Michael Jackson fanatic, admittedly, I can still admit the shortcomings of the movie. I did in our live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I've said, as a fan, these are the things that I would prefer to see, but does it make the passive like being a good movie? Hell yeah.
Okay, but I'm not denying that. I'm saying that if we're combining the reception with this,
wait a minute, Darren also asked, did you guys plan your outfits before the stream? And now that I look, both me and Tori are in blue, Joe and David are in red. Are we like doing something?
No, that does look crazy.
I know, yeah.
So Joe, if
which is odd because y'all should be in the same colors. Me and Tori should be in the same colors.
We really should.
I'm sure me and Tori will find something to disagree with on screen.
If you're Drake, right, and you're saying, okay,
don't ever compare me to that.
No.
This
Okay,
I'm
saying from Drake's
this is the longest we've ever talked about Drake on stream.
I know.
I do want to wrap us up.
Move on.
I do want to wrap us up.
But from Drake's perspective, okay, you have
Tori,
there's people hating on it, sure. But when all your numbers are back up after the beef. Okay, after the beef, all your numbers are back up, and this is going to be one of the biggest albums ever.
Sure, let it keep feeding this delusion. That's fine.
It's not delusion. It's just it's not delusion, Joe.
Nigga, he went through the whole beef with nothing but delusion.
About that. Okay,
went through his whole career with nothing but delusion.
Sure. But I'm saying I just don't want you to leave here and say, okay, this album is just trash. It's trash to you. Yes.
But again, have I called that album have I called Iceman specifically trash?
I thought you did.
No, man.
I just said it was divisive. Those other two I will call trash every day because you can't lie to my ears.
Because it's Iceman, not a nice man, but he's cold.
But again, like I've kept my finger on the pulse as much as I could with what time that I had, and I've listened to a good variety of stuff. I haven't heard like all the positive stuff, but I've listened along to the music that they were listening to. I've arrived to my own conclusions. I've listened to their conclusions. I've seen videos from all kinds of TikTokers, fans and stans alike, haters as well. I've listened to a good variety, so I can see where we're at. And right now, the conclusion for Iceman is that it's very divisive. Is this where the dust will settle and this is where we end up? Maybe it'll land somewhere where it's like, okay, it was decent, or maybe it'll be like, okay, maybe this is worse than we thought. We don't know. But for the looks of things right now, Iceman itself, just that project alone, is very divisive.
Got it. Now, Joe, what about now? I am going to go. Okay, I am going to go to numbers just for a quick second.
Go for it.
Because I'm going to bring this up. There are a lot of people who consume media but don't debate it online, don't go on forums, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of people there's a lot of people like that. So what I'm saying is that there's no way to really, really count for those people. And I would honestly argue that's the majority of people. Because, for example, yes, we're going to go in here and talk about movies and things like that. But some people just go watch movies and go home and that's it.
But
so
again, you're almost trying to like attribute it as if I'm just leaning specifically to one direction.
Yeah.
The thing is that I'm not.
No, but I'm saying,
I acknowledge that all this stuff that both you and I are talking about is purely anecdotal. There's almost no real way to know what percentage of people feel this way, what percentage feel this way, what percentage feel this way.
Yes, but if you bring up the streaming numbers, which I know you don't love to bring up, that does show that there is a large majority of people who like this.
But again, to them it's great. You want to look at the numbers, we've got, of course, we have Drake fans that are just rock with his style regardless.
But hold on.
Even if they don't rock with everything that he does, you have Drake stans that are going to glaze and try to defend because they have some sort of emotional investment in Drake's success for some reason. You have haters like myself who are preying on this man's downfall so we can get this corny nigga up out of here. And then you have other people that were maybe at one point Drake fans, and for one reason or another, somewhere along the lines, aren't Drake fans anymore. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's a good spectrum of people. They're all going to react.
I got you, Joe. I'm saying, but what do the numbers mean? If these numbers are higher than his last 3 projects, okay, that also means that this actually might.
But even across,
it's 9:45, y'all. We got it. I have to stop us at some point because if we don't, now Tori, to make up for this, when Kendrick drops an album, I promise we will dedicate the same amount of time.
Or Don Toliver. That's his boy.
You know,
that's my boy. What are you talking about?
Hey, look,
you love Don Toliver. I listen to
to the music. Now he my boy.
Oh, we just thought you liked Don Toliver, but listen, the next time he drops an album or Kendrick, I promise we will dedicate the same amount of energy and time on him.
He said it's dropping sometime this summer.
I still want to talk about Kendrick. If Kendrick was to drop tomorrow, I'd be bumping both albums.
I want to know this too. If we want to start talking about music, we can do that. We could have talked about J. Cole's album, Tyler the Creator's album. We talk about a lot of stuff. I don't know what albums y'all listen to, but me and Asia listen to almost every big hip hop release that comes out. So we can talk about music on stream if y'all want to. That's not a problem. So it's not about Drake or not. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah, Iceman just set the tone. Yeah, so we can go from there.
Cardi B's album, we listen to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we can go there.
I mean, look, if we want to, that's cool. I'll go out of my way to listen to some more music and give my genuine opinion. I still just find it funny how during the beef, when your boy was getting trashed, you were awfully quiet, didn't want to talk about it, didn't want to make no videos, no skits, or nothing.
I remember you said, no, we don't need to talk about that.
Okay, I can't remember that either.
I remember. And I remember it vividly because I wanted to talk about it.
If I was in the meeting, I would have actually said, hey, we don't usually talk about music. I found out 2 days later that was already on the schedule. Don't put this on me. Actually, Tori, you was the one who was in the meeting. You could have said, hey, we don't do music. You confirmed this and okayed it. I wasn't even there.
Let me type it out and press enter.
That's all you thought. Because y'all putting on me when I wasn't even there.
I wanted to talk about Kendrick during the beef.
And I said, hey, we don't talk about music.
I remember even when we did the karaoke, I was like, oh, man, can we do something? Nah, we probably shouldn't do it. We can do one of them other songs.
I do not remember that at all. But again, you are miscommunicating this whole thing. I'm down.
Hold on, a couple comments to acknowledge, and of course we got to move on. So Vince Hart says, why does Drake never put Sexy Red on albums that he knows that's going to be hit? Because Sexy Red is fucking trash. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She's, as far as I'm considered, musical poison. Leave her off.
She's fun.
Nope.
She's fun music for the
And this is why I don't take any of what y'all have to say about this album.
No, it's just like you turn your brain off. She's just fun music for the club.
If I got to do that, then you ain't making music.
I wouldn't even go that far. I would say
you got to turn your brain off.
Sexy Red makes incredible songs for the clubs and for parties and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. She's fun music for the club.
Do I want to listen to Mos Def and Common at the club? No. I want to listen to Sexy Red.
Thank you.
Yeah, she makes.
You want to shake your ass?
That's what you do at the club.
What's wrong with working all week and going to the club, Tori? You listen to what? You want to listen to Mos Def?
Yeah.
Why you getting twerked on? You want to hear Talib Kweli getting twerked on?
I've seen people twerk the church songs.
What you do? What church you going to? Whoa. What church you going to, bro? I don't know.
Nah, it was like a whole trend on TikTok
I wouldn't
and
that
Instagram. People was out here twerking the church songs.
Talk to your pastor. That wasn't my church. Talk to your pastor, bro.
That wasn't my church. But it was people out here twerking the church songs. I seen it.
I don't think Sexy Red is trash. I think she makes great. Listen, I have been in spaces where Sexy Red came on and I've seen how people react to it. That music connects in certain environments, okay?
Like with certain people.
Yeah, with certain, I think women who like to party like Sexy Red.
Music. That's good getting ready music. That's good music when you get to the club. That's all it is.
Honestly, I mean, like,
how often
you and Dave go to the club?
Actually, we used to go all the time.
Used to, but now, how often do y'all go to the club?
We're pushing 40. Ain't nobody here going to the club.
How often do y'all go to the club? So this whole, are we trying to shake some ass at the club? Y'all don't even go. Stop that.
Wait, I never even said anything about. I said Cardi B. I said she makes good music for.
No, y'all said.
And she said
y'all said Sexy Red that make music. Y'all can shake y'all ass at the club.
No, I said she makes good, fun club music. She does.
But y'all riding for it and y'all don't even support it.
Who we do listen.
When was the last time you was shaking your ass at the club?
I ain't trying to figure out when. Moving on, Asia, get us to the next topic.
Go ahead, Asia.
Sexy Red is the next Beyonce. I bet mine and Tory life savings. I just don't think Sexy Red and Beyonce go on the same
Someone's trying to raise faith.
I ain't even got it. I'm broke.
Yeah, Tory. Okay, we got to move on from Sexy Red.
Okay, we will. Okay.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Still music topic, transitioning out. The Michael Jackson. There's going to be a Michael Jackson documentary.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that too hard of a switch?
No.
Because Joe's ready. He got the glove.
Oh, no. I want to make sure the fit didn't go to waste.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Give the present, yeah.
This is what we got. So Netflix is releasing a brand new 3-part documentary series titled Michael Jackson, The Verdict.
I didn't know it was 3 parts. So they're trying to milk the shit out of it.
Yeah, they're going to stretch it. They're going to stretch it. But the series promises a forensic look at the pop star's 2003 child molestation charges and subsequent 2005 acquittal, featuring key players who were inside the courtroom. They saying that the episodes are going to run about 50 minutes. It includes jurors, eyewitnesses, accusers, and defenders. And this is dropping right, while the movie just crossed $700 million at the box office. Joe, I know you got some shit to address.
I mean, look, I watched the little trailer for it just to see, because obviously it's like, what narrative are you trying to push? Are you trying to say that he's guilty or that he's innocent? They tried to play both sides, but the issue here is there's no both sides to play.
It's already like I saw a video. Spoiler alert: innocent. Like what do you need a documentary to? Why do they need to keep hashing it out, try to get some more money out of it?
To be fair,
like they're gonna give some new information. They said like, oh, what if he was innocent?
Okay, now to play devil's advocate in this one regard, if the goal here is just to present the facts and just say, okay, he is innocent. Here's why. Here's what actually went down here. Because there's sadly a lot of people that just don't know. How much do you guys know until the shit that I told you or the shit that I sent you? Because the media clearly had a narrative that they pushed. And up until the verdict, you would have thought, oh yeah, Michael's guilty, because that's what everybody kept running with.
Pushing the headlines, wacko, jacko, all of that.
Yeah, and then once he was acquitted on all charges, all these people went completely silent.
Just imagine if he sued all these people for defamation.
Why didn't he?
Should have.
That would mean going back to court.
And he was probably traumatized.
The trial broke him.
Yeah.
Like his criminal defense attorney Tom Mesro, he said like, yo, you could see over the course of the trial, like it was physically taking a toll on him. And it shows in how he interacts with people. Because after he settled out of court the first time, despite all the backlash of people just assuming, well, if he settled, then he must have done something, which he didn't. Even then, he still tried to go out of his way to help families and kids, let people in the I was about to say Netherrealm. I'm so sorry, Michael. Into the Neverland, still doing the same stuff he was doing before, where anybody would be like, hey, this just proves positive. You can't trust everybody, Michael. And he's like, well, I haven't done anything wrong, so I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm doing something good for the children. But after the trial, after going through that whole horrific experience, what did he do? He basically closed himself off from everybody. The only people that he was really messing with when he finally came back to the States was his children, their nanny, the two bodyguards that he had with him, and the only people that he had allowed to see him without an appointment was his mom. Like Randy Jackson drove through a gate to confront him about some money that he owed him, and then they tried to have an intervention, like the family's trying to storm in, Joe Jackson's trying to get in there. What's the first question? Do they have an appointment? Michael, that's your dad. Sorry, I can't see him. I'm busy working right now. Like, it cut off from everybody. That's how badly the trial broke him.
But then into the later parts of his life, when the doctor had him drugged up and had him all loopy trying to see if he could get some kind of information out of him, only thing in his state of delirium, all he could talk about was he wanted to make a hospital for the kids. He said, God told me to make this hospital to protect them and keep them safe.
Pure.
And all this stuff. This man's on drugs, like anesthesia type drugs,
like something that you would expect the deepest, darkest.
And you got this man over here pulling out the recorder just so he can try to get some kind of information or try to get him to spill something. And all he's talking about is making a hospital for kids and saying how they need to be protected and all this stuff.
So to talk about this documentary,
well, I have a quick question.
Go for it.
For both of you guys, for really the whole everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, if they're just making a documentary, like, because they do documentaries all the time about like old court cases and old trials and this is this. So like, if they're just presenting the facts and having people come in and saying, hey, here's what happened, this is this. Of course, in the trailer, they're going to have to push the marketing of like, hey, guilty, innocent, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as the documentary itself, is there a problem with them making a documentary showing what happened in music history?
This documentary isn't to do anything to benefit Michael Jackson. This is just a cash grabs for them to get some money for themselves.
Who's that?
The people who are doing the documentary. They don't.
Do we know who's behind it?
I don't know.
I mean, of course we know.
I don't know.
Sony, I'm sure, is involved to a certain degree.
And Michael Jackson, and you see how like he always said he didn't want to sell Sony back the music and all of that, but as soon as he passed away, they get the music back.
They fucked up Michael's will too.
But can you say that same thing about any documentary that like
How many documentaries have they done for Michael Jackson? How many?
I don't. Actually,
they've done a ton.
Have they? I don't. To my knowledge, has there been one that's done a recap of the trial? I know they had.
I think there's like maybe a couple.
There's been some. They've been documenting this man his entire life, and people have been making videos. And now,
my knowledge, it was just like they had the Leaving Neverland and stuff. I didn't know if they have one that's been like, hey, we're going
Neverland hardly been counted.
Exactly.
It's been taken down from streaming.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if has there been, because this was a big deal in music history. So can they not make a documentary showcasing, hey, I mean, look, here's what happened with the biggest pop star in the world?
But the question
is what would be.
Who are they trying to benefit by doing this?
It's not. I don't think it's about benefits.
I think it's just getting the information out there.
It's about getting information.
The information is already out there. That's the point I'm saying. Is
not in a condensed way.
They're doing this at the end of the day, this documentary is just a cash grab. They're trying to capitalize off the popularity and because this man's doing numbers on the charts. I mean, #1 documentary, music movie. His songs hit #1 again, and his book hit #1. So they was like, "Oh man, you know what? While the steam is going before the second part comes out, let's go ahead and do this documentary so people can have something to see, and we can get this quick money real quick."
I agree. The timing is odd. We talked about that earlier.
I mean, everybody's trying to loot Michael's grave right now. Even the argument could be made, very much made, that the movie itself is trying to loot Michael's grave.
He's been gone for 17 years, and now all of a sudden, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this documentary about the trial. You know, they had all this time, but now that these movies are coming out and he's hit #1 on all these charts, let's go ahead and do it now. Now it's a perfect time.
I think the timing is odd, but I guess I don't see the issue with making. I mean, this is what documentaries. This is what they do. They take historic moments and they say, okay, and they put it in a condensed way and tell the story of here's what happened. I mean, Asia, you watch documentaries all the time.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many how many O.J. Simpson documentaries have we had?
They could have been
told
the story.
Well, the issue that
I guess some say the issue. I think the issue for me is the timing, but I don't have an issue with the overall because they do this all the time.
Like I said, the issue for me is, like I said, is the main thing. Of course, we haven't seen the actual thing yet, but it's the way that they're like framing it and how they're promoting it. Like I said, it's clear. Straight up. Like they're clearly again trying to rage bait or trying to play a both sides thing, where you have somebody in the trailer that said like straight up like Michael Jackson was victimizing children. He wasn't. Like the FBI investigated this dude for well over a decade, and they found no evidence long before. Like they've been investigating him before any allegations even dropped, and I'm sure they've still been investigating and following up and stuff since. But again, here we are. So again, do I think that it has the potential to possibly do some good for people that sadly just don't know because of the irresponsibility of the media and what narratives they keep pushing? Yes, but again, to try and market it this way, it's still like giving ammunition to those people. So maybe, best case scenario, maybe it's a bait and switch. So for people like myself and other sensible people that know that MJ was innocent, they're like, okay, we're going to tell the real story, whatever that is. And then for the people that are just so hungry to slurp up any of that narrative of Michael was a monster, he was a predator, well, here's your little worm on the hook. And then once we hook you in, here's the evidence. Not guilty. Here's why.
Okay, and to clarify, you're saying innocent as far as like in the court of, like as far as like the charges themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Now here's some messy shit that I got to clear up too, because this whole stuff with the Casios. Here's something interesting.
What do you mean there? Because they put out a
60 minute
Australia documentary where, and maybe get some context, Asia or Joe, as far as what that was.
Yeah. So the Casio family, their father was like Michael Jackson's tour manager.
I think
something like that. And
longtime family friend.
I mean, the dad even said that, during the trials that Michael never did anything and everything. And he's actually no longer with us.
Yep.
So conveniently, not conveniently, I don't know what to call it.
100% convenient. It's literally
interesting enough. They came out and now they have like all these pictures and they're saying that Michael had abused every single one of them. And now that they're able to tell their story, they're doing it now.
Here's the playbook, everybody. You can look at the same people behind Leaving Neverland, and it's the same thing with the people with the Casios right now, where these were longtime friends of Michael that had close connections, and up until only in recent years, vociferously defended Michael, said he absolutely never did anything like that. He would never harm us. He's never harmed me. But conveniently, only when whatever favors that they got from Michael or from the Michael estate Once that dried up, now all of a sudden they're coming out with allegations. Literally months before Wade Robson started making his claims against Michael, he was so excited to be a part of the Michael Jackson 1 project before that came out. But then once he got booted off of that, now all of a sudden he's getting even with the Michael estate because Michael's not here anymore. So I'm not hurting my friend, I'm hurting them. I'm hurting his family. I don't care about them. I just don't want to hurt Michael because he's not here to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Cassios. Dad's not here, Michael's not here. I'm not hurting them. I'm hurting the estate.
Which, by the way, me and Asia did watch some of that documentary from 60 Minutes. And again, I'm not sitting here saying that he did it or not, but I do want to ask y'all, do y'all blame Michael for opening the door for this in the first place?
Like I said, there's a degree of, maybe you could say, poor judgment in that regard, especially after you've already settled out of court once with people that extorted the hell out of him. Should you have done it again? Probably not. Should you just be more selective? But at the same time, it's like, how well can you know? I mean, we talk to people. Some people have ulterior motives, but they're just very good at convincing you. Like, yeah, this guy's nice. This guy's even Tom Mesereau after Leaving Neverland was announced and after it came out, because Wade Robson was one of their star defense. He said, you want to open with a strong defense and you want to close with a strong defense. He started with Wade Robson because he was so adamant about Michael never did anything like this. He was the first witness that he called to the defense. If Michael was guilty and if he abused Wade Robson, why would you make your star defense the first person you bring up somebody that was abused? It wouldn't make sense. They would fall apart for cross-examination. Didn't happen with Wade Robson then. It happened to the people that did make accusations and tried to latch on. And then after they go to cross-examination, then they fall apart and say, yeah, that never happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to move us on in a little bit, but I do want to say that I do think, I know Michael was pretty smart when it came to, handling business and stuff like that. It does break my heart to see how naive he was when it came to still being around kids after the first.
Well, everybody's got
part of the settlement.
Everybody's got their shortcoming. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. I mean, we're all anime fans here. Look at Goku. Guy's stupid, but he's a genius fighter. Too much of a broad example.
And he's too trusting.
Well, Kanye West. Arguably, great musician, depending on which area you choose to listen to. Very unhinged individual. People are multifaceted. People are very difficult. Sometimes two things can be true at the same time. Is it possible that somebody in Michael's position could be a monster? Of course. It happened with, of course, P. Diddy. It happened with R. Kelly. It happened with others. Elvis Presley was in a relationship with a 14-year-old that nobody really conveniently talks about. But again, it's what are the facts? Do the facts hold up? Here's a funny thing about the Cassios and the Wade Robson and Leaving Neverland people, because this connection was dawned on me. The reason that the Cassios are now coming out with their allegations, of course, aside from the convenient timing with, the Epstein stuff and all that, just like how when Wade and Safe Chuck came out with their allegations, it was right around the time of Me Too. They said that after Wade Robson and James Safechuck came out, oh, now I understand. This is what happened to me. It was happening to other people. Now I get it. But you never see them interact, do you? Do you know why? Because if you see the Cassios and the Leaving Neverland people interact, there's direct contradictions in their stories. So you can't have them overlap because now you plug even more holes in your argument. In Leaving Neverland, they said that Michael had kids aged out. He would never groom he would only groom one kid at a time. But if you buy what they're saying, then he was dealing with multiple kids at the same time. So it's like, which side is it? Direct contradictions. And aside from the stuff of saying this happened during the at the train station at Neverland, the train station wasn't even built at the time when you said, and if it did happen when it was built, you would have aged out. So that completely debunks that other claim. All of this stuff is complete BS. So Netflix, you've got your marching orders. You better do this right. And don't piss off the MJ fan base because you're going to piss off the entire world. Don't play with us.
But there are some people, Joe, who do believe the allegations too.
We got them outnumbered 10-1.
I don't know. I don't have any.
Globally, David.
I don't have any facts in front of me.
I know the facts.
Okay.
Globally.
Okay.
You don't want to fight that army.
Hitting our next topic because Pebs, the Nico in the chat said Scooby-Doo anime put
Pebs.
me on. Oh, you know Pebs?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You a popular dude.
Tori be knowing everybody.
Everybody.
So, welcome Scooby-Doo, the first ever original anime Scooby-Doo series produced by Warner Brothers with animation and production services from OLM in Japan. The same studio behind Pokemon and the Apothecary Diaries are putting it together. Frank Welker and Matthew Lillard are reprising their roles as Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. That is really awesome. What?
Sorry,
Oh, wow. Okay. The plot follows Scooby and Shaggy visiting Japan on a foodie adventure, accidentally unleashing hundreds of mythical Japanese monsters and teaming up with new friends, including a magical girl named Yumi and a gadget whiz named Takumi. No release date has been announced yet.
So I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
I'm gonna check this one out.
I still need to see the Supernatural collab they did.
Oh, the Supernatural anime?
Yeah, well, the Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover.
I didn't know that. Like Sam and Dean Winchesters?
Yeah, they did.
Tori, why you been gatekeeping?
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
you haven't seen it? They
have.
It was actual Sam and Dean with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, you gotta send that to me.
Oh, we got a Crystal Jewel in chat. Hi there.
Hello.
Good to have you.
Hi.
I'm hyped, especially because they're bringing back the OG cast. Am I asking for too much to bring back some of the other actors too?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah. Am I asking for too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd love if they all could.
Him and Daphne are married in real life.
Wait, really?
Freddie Prinze Jr. and they're married in real life.
I didn't know that.
What's her name?
Okay, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
AKA Buffy.
Yeah, no. She was Buffy?
I think so.
No, I thought. Wait. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She was. I was thinking of Alias for some reason. No, I really want to check this one out.
Toys and Tits says, "No, this ain't it, dog." How can you?
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, what's wrong with the Scooby-Doo anime? I mean, I thought everybody loved Scooby-Doo first of all, and then you combine it with Wait, what?
I'm not deep into the Scooby-Doo fan.
So you think they'll end up crossing paths with Death Note?
Oh,
I would love that.
Let's make sure we repost that when it drops.
We should. Now, what's your beef with Scooby-Doo? Because the James Gunn live action one was classic.
We ain't talking about that right now. But I mean, overall, when it comes to Scooby-Doo as a whole, like I said, nothing really against it. I'm just not the biggest fan. I did like
that's fair.
I did like the Zombie Island one. That hands down is the best one. And the intro for 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, that goes hard with Vincent Price. Y'all ain't even know nothing about that, do you?
Interesting
and y'all claim to be the Scooby-Doo fans. Look at y'all.
Interesting Problems sent $10.
Said
Supernatural season 13, episode 16. Such a fun episode. I want to respond and say my favorite Supernatural season of all time is season 6. I love that season. I missed that show, real talk.
Yeah, but
I didn't finish it out, but I still loved it.
And thank you for the 10. Appreciate
it.
Thank you. Good Lord. Some of y'all are so cool. Not that anybody that doesn't is cool. Everybody here is cool.
I appreciate y'all.
Now, for some reason, y'all stuck around even past the technical issues. I ain't gonna lie, I would have clicked off. But you guys y'all are way braver than me, so I appreciate you.
No, I think this would be I think this is gonna be a really fun show.
Yeah, no, for sure. Do we have time to talk about lanterns?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, good.
Let me pull out lanterns.
Okay.
I wonder if they heard my feedback.
They did.
From previous streams about there not being enough green, because I felt like this time I saw a lot of green in the trailer.
Are we going to talk about that?
If Raw Dog and Chicken gets heard out there, then I'm pretty sure.
Listen, I think I got the voice, y'all. I think
Maybe. Hey, look. If you got this superpower, I can put you to work on a couple things. I can make requests.
DC Studios released the second official trailer for Lantern series on HBO Max. Of course, the series has Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart. It's going to be it's described as a TV MA rated with a true detective style mystery at its core. What did we think of the trailer?
I'll just be quick. I thought this trailer was way better than the other one. And to be honest, I do feel a little bit of excitement for the show now. I thought it actually looked pretty good. So I like the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
There was more green. I see actual Green Lantern stuff happening. And again, I don't know the comics that well.
Right.
All I know about Green Lantern is what I've seen in the Justice League.
He got a ring and it shoots
and
stuff.
It does that. And I thought I thought that was cool.
It makes me question on why they even put out the first trailer. If you had all this content, why would you do
They don't
that.
want
Give
to
us
give
the
you
weak-
too much too early.
They didn't,
I
but they
thought
didn't
they
give
gave
us.
us the
They
weakest
didn't give us
scenes.
anything in the first one. It was almost like the worst way to introduce the world of lanterns and stuff.
Yeah.
But what y'all think?
No, I'm pretty much in the same boat. Like I really feel like they should have just led with this one
Yeah.
because
Mm.
I mean you've got more spacey stuff, more action, more powers, no pop songs. Dialogue leaves a little bit to be desired in my opinion.
I'd like to
That
hear
suit
Rocket Man.
still looks fucking terrible. Yeah, there's more color, the green.
I mean,
That's all I wanted.
but his suit might change when it hit Jon Stewart though.
Maybe, but I mean, even then, aside from the colors, to me, the suit just looks very poorly designed. Like it's
Just like
again,
plain
What was
or
wrong with
what's
it? I
wrong with
liked
it?
it.
No, I like
because
yeah.
it's like I said, it's the same issue that I take with Loki, any James Gunn production superhero suit or any TV CW looking suit. It just looks like really bulky and it just it's not up to code for superheroes. If you ask me, like I feel like the best superhero suits actually like capture some of that spirit of the comics of like this is like optimal human physique. This is like hero, like you know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would say shit.
You didn't like the Superman suit either, right?
No, but honestly, that's a step up above this. It's that bad.
Wait, you like the Superman suit more than the Green Lantern one?
Yeah.
You dogged the Superman suit.
And I will to the day I die, but nah, this one's way worse.
Okay, now I'm really starting to get like an idea of like.
But even that aside, undeniably, this trailer was way better than what we've seen before. You probably should have just led with that. Has it changed my excitement for the series? No, because I didn't really see anything that I didn't expect to see in the series anyway. But I'm still going to be probably held hostage to check it out. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Wow.
What
I
else is
know
on
was
there?
asking about the Mario and Michael Jackson numbers.
Let's talk about it. So, from the information that I pulled earlier today,
Mhm.
Super Mario movie is at $966 million at the box office.
Mhm.
Michael Jackson just crossed 700 million at the box office last weekend.
Yep.
Who's making it to a Billy first?
Well,
I
Mario came out
mean, Mike
Well, yeah.
first, though.
and then
too.
Michael Jackson is still hitting #1 in the theaters. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously,
but
from the numbers, Mario's in the lead.
Yeah.
Undeniable. And hey, great for Mario. I'm a Mario fan too. But obviously, both theatrical runs aren't done yet.
No.
Which is natural. Like, we said compare 2 weeks to 2 weeks. It's technically been a little bit longer than that, but for right now,
But we can't for 2 weeks to 2 weeks. Mario did beat Michael by
yeah, it's-
considerable margin.
it's in the lead for sure.
Okay. Tori, you accept that?
what?
Are we cool with where the Michael numbers are versus Super Mario
You accept
Galaxy?
that? Did we have a bet?
Yeah, we did.
I don't know. I don't think we ever
I
figured.
didn't put no stakes.
We really should have because y'all was bold and remember that remember what was the thing? It was ain't no way that
the kids ain't got a choice to
has
see the Michael
Mario
movie.
ever made somebody faint? Remember that?
He didn't. And case in point, somebody passed out in the theater watching the Michael movie.
They have
I was about to say, what pre-existing health conditions did they already
Oh,
have?
now
It don't matter. It might
crazy.
go. That's your pre-existing condition.
I just wondered.
And it was
If we
still
faint-
worth it. I
if
bet
we're
they went to
fainting
go
over
see
a
the movie
screen.
again. But no, I mean,
I
look,
heard people say they went back and seen it 4 and 5 times.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
No,
jealous.
I heard that
I'm
too.
only at twice. But
I do want to see it again. I want to help it get to a Billy.
all right, so we know what we're doing tomorrow night. So,
I'd be down. No, I want to see it again too. Honestly.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
And it was really good on the second viewing. So I'll say this. Here's my prediction. I think both, for sure Mario because it's almost already there. For sure Michael, in my opinion. I think they're both going to cross $1 billion.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I think so.
I think it's very possible. And I think Michael Jackson would be the first biopic
Yeah.
to make $1 billion, right?
It's already the highest.
It's-
grossing.
That'd be a really cool record.
Mhm.
That's a cool record.
I mean, he's hit #1 in the theaters right now. #1 book.
What is this book,
Number one
by the
pro-
way? I'm not familiar.
There's
He write a book?
Moonwalk.
Oh, he wrote a book.
Yeah, it was an autobiography, I think, going up to like the bad era.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
#1.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to check out the audiobook.
We had a copy when
Did
I
he
was
do is there an audiobook that he voiced?
I don't think an official one.
Oh,
There was one that was done by like AI. It turned out pretty decent. Some inconsistencies, but I mean, hey, he's not around to do it, so is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
And probably wasn't even as common of a practice back then. Who knows?
All right. Let's move into a gaming topic.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation. Anybody?
PlayStation tripping.
So
Hell yeah, they tripping.
Uh-oh.
all right. It's okay, Tori. So I'll let you go first.
No, you go. You got it.
No, right after this. So Sony, tell me. Okay, so tell me if this is right. Sony has pushed in new price increases for PlayStation Plus. So the monthly cost of PS Plus Essential increased by $1, while monthly fees for PS Plus Extra and Premium have gone up by $2.
True.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then this comes a month and a half after Sony already raised the prices of the PlayStation 5, PS5 Pro, and PlayStation Portal. And tell me if this is correct. The PS5 now costs $649.99. PS5 Pro is like $900.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, first Tori, like what is this? What's going on?
Why he get to talk for
Evidently, these exclusives ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. So they over here like, you know what? We need to raise the price upon the subscriptions. If you buy games a lot, we're gonna charge you more. If you don't buy games like that, we're gonna give you a lower price. And yeah, it don't make no sense. Like it's crazy out here. PlayStation is supposed to be up there with the upper echelon. Did I say that right?
Echelon.
Echelon.
Don't ask me because I didn't say that.
Upper echelon of game systems.
Great word.
They exclusives have been carrying them.
I heard.
They used to.
Used to, but I guess it ain't cutting like that no more. They ain't built like that. It's on.
Which CEO got fired from Sony?
God of War can only do so much. Spider-Man is barely hanging on. People can't even remember who he is now. So, what other PlayStation game they got?
He's doing the Asia thing to you.
I'm just saying, like y'all raising the prices up. Y'all supposed to be, almighty, but yet and still, but I can't just dog PlayStation out because between PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, their current prices are higher than what they started with, which is insane.
But Switch only went up like $50.
$50.
These other companies went up hundreds.
Yeah, this is a lot.
But all three of them cost more now than what they did when they were.
I feel like.
So did I get your PS5 at the right time? Then?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like
I think they both went up for like $100 or $200.
Yeah, because I don't think I paid this much.
No, you did not.
No, the price, like I said, like the price of these game systems cost more now than when they first launched.
Now, why are they jacking up the prices for a game system that's already been out?
I'm guessing they want to blame it on, with the AI and the cost.
Trying to stunt like they daddy.
Does this mean that are they boosting the price because there's a PS6 coming out anytime soon? Like I just don't understand the increase.
They're supposed to be related to. They're saying it's tariffs, and they're also saying it's having to do with chip shortages and overall just market everything just getting more expensive right now. That's what they're claiming. But
is this common with consoles?
This is the first time it's ever happened.
I'm about to say I don't think I heard about this happening with Xbox or Nintendo.
No, not no $200-$300 increases like we're seeing now.
This is the first time.
I would say, look, the $50 increase. I'm not even tripping about it. Nintendo kind of held off on that for a while. Yeah. That one to me is not that bad because there are true tariffs happening because they are a Japanese company and stuff, so we know that. But when it comes to Sony, which is also a Japanese company, I guess, but like they're pushing it far. I mean, $900,000 consoles.
Yeah, I don't like. It's like almost like gaming's like a rich person's hobby now. It's like,
no, say that again.
No, gaming feels like a rich man's hobby now. It's like you gotta have a bag to be able to play these games and then get the subscription services and then
no, gaming is a rich man's hobby.
Those are the prices that the COVID resellers was charging.
Yeah.
COVID resellers was charging $1,100 and $1,200 for a PS5.
Maybe they were honest. I'm kidding, but
it's too expensive to be. It's too expensive to be a hardcore gamer these days.
Hey, look,
we're gonna have to pull out the shiesties in a minute.
And do what?
Go shopping. What you mean?
Now, see, you ain't got to go that far.
Sega or something.
Just do a little.
Asia's right. We might have
It might need to dust off Sega.
It might be time to just real talk. I think this would be a great time probably to be an old school gamer or a used gamer. Like, I bet right now you can probably get a PS3 for cheap, and go to Disc Replay and go crazy.
Now, y'all thought I was crazy for having physical copies of everything. Yeah, you had the digital. You supposed to have digital. Ain't that what you was pushing? You be pushing digital, and now digital, you can't even guarantee you can keep it.
So when you get digital, it's not yours.
It's not yours because they can cut off access to it at any given time.
That's true.
Is that kind of like how some streaming services, when you buy movies are
like
not
the license.
yeah.
You're renting the licensing for it.
I mean, then again, like even I can go on to like my old PS or
Can
3.
you read that one?
Crystal Jewel says, people will sell the clothes off their back for them and they know it.
Hey, look, I've told y'all before.
She's not lying. I mean, I don't know if I think when you're talking about and listen, I'm a gamer as well, so we know, but I don't know if there is a price threshold where gamers will say, you know what, I'm out of this hobby. We've been playing for 20 years, 10 years. I mean, I don't think gamers are just going to want to stop because things are expensive. I mean, she's right.
Yeah, no,
they got y'all hooked.
We're not leaving. The thing is, we're not leaving the hobby. We just got to move a little different. Like I said, for me, like Metroid Prime 4 drop, the latest game in the series that I love very much. Granted, game could be better, but I'm a fanboy. So if anybody should buy it, it should be me. But Resident Evil Requiem came out, so I had to make decisions because I ain't rich like that.
Games used to be
now when Metroid 6 drops, we're hitting the streets, sticking people up until we get that cash to get that right. So I'm gonna need y'all to get your black clothes ready. And Asia, getaway car or Tori. One of y'all got it right because mine still got that issue with the power steering.
Are we partaking in?
That's y'all. I ain't going.
So y'all ain't gonna help your friend? I thought we was cool.
We'll help you another way. Yeah. Not like that. I don't know about all that.
We got to do what it takes.
No.
Okay, but hold on. To Crystal's point though, I'm asking a genuine question though. Shouldn't we as gamers stand for something and maybe say, hold on, we should maybe organize and say we're not buying a game, we're not playing another game, we're not paying for another subscription until y'all lower these prices.
Gamers
otherwise,
aren't getting off the game long enough to do it.
Wait, we should though. I'm saying we should.
There's too many people with money that'll pay for them
anyway. If the broke people who don't, you know what I'm saying, if the regular,
hold on, because respectfully, respectfully, when the Xbox increase went up,
he was cool with it.
You were cool with it, right?
No, he's a different breed.
I mean, because it didn't affect me.
Okay, well, it didn't affect you. So I mean, there's people who don't care; they'll still keep paying and playing.
Point. I'm saying, no, but the issue is that they keep increasing prices, and we just keep saying, oh, well, we complain, but we keep buying it.
But the thing is, if you really can't or shouldn't, buy it, then just slow down.
But that's not what's happening though. They know.
But again, it's happening literally to me.
Like she said, we're already hooked. So when they increase, for example, Mario Kart to $80, I paid it.
But and again, same thing for me. When Requiem dropped, that was like my most anticipated game of the year. There's probably an argument that I probably should have just waited.
That's what I'm saying. We need to organize.
But you've also got to recognize that I only have a PC and a Switch, an old Switch, which I got that off a friend.
Yeah.
I don't have a PS5 yet or a Switch 2. I ain't touching no damn Xbox. And like I said, my Steam library is literally 150 games that I just, would really love to play, but I just can't afford right now.
I'm trying to get to that. Crystal,
yeah.
My mom says strike. Why don't we do that?
It would be nice. I'd love to.
I'm just reading the names.
But to be real,
oh wow, we know that.
You can't do that, Miss Joyce.
Now look, if we want to get real, if we were going to strike for anything, there's probably some bigger fish to fry. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm saying, as gamers,
I mean, look. Hold on. I mean, if you want to affect the gaming industry too, I'm talking America needs a general strike.
Okay.
Stop buying everything.
I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about this specific issue here. They keep increasing prices of everything, and we complain, but we ain't doing nothing. Shouldn't we strike? Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't we do something? All we doing is complaining and talking about it. We're not doing nothing.
But the issue is,
we need to stop playing games. If gamers
aren't doing that.
No. If gamers stop playing games for 1 month, the industry would change. That's a fact.
But again, you can apply this logic to literally any issue. Like I say,
but there are issues that people do stuff about. People do protest and strike for stuff.
That's not enough. Let's be real.
Why are we doing that though?
But no, it's the same.
We need to organize.
No. Hold on. The same reason why gamers are not protesting the gaming industry is the same reason that just the American populace as a whole is not doing a general strike for everything else, because we're too caught up in the moment. You've got to get some sort of collective agreement of this time, this date, we're not shopping at Kroger, Target.
Wait, Joe,
Walmart.
That already has happened.
One thing about that Target, y'all no.
Okay, maybe Target.
Y'all was saying don't shop at Target during the strike, and I seen people still shopping at Target.
Okay, but remember, enough people did. Remember, people stopped going to Target for a while. So, Joe,
And then what happened?
And they declined like by
then-
20%.
And then what happened after that? They jacked. Didn't they jack prices up? Or
yes, but
something
they
like that
actually
after
did
it
get
came
no,
back?
but they actually did get affected by that. So I'm saying, Joe, there are situations like the Target thing where people do boycott. And
But what
stuff.
I'm saying is-
Creator Collab says striking against gaming companies would be such a new thing.
Well,
But then,
why don't we do
with
that? Why don't we start it?
Because with those strikes, it'll always be scabs. And be like, so people like just say they.
I mean,
look at people
even then,
who
you'd still take it.
stream gaming. People who stream gaming. Okay, all the other content creators are on strike right now. None of them are streaming this game. Guess what? I'm about to stream.
But that's okay. I'm not saying that everybody, but if
you get enough,
if 30% of gamers stop gaming for 1 month, the industry will be on notice and say, hey, they're organized. They're not just going to accept any of these prices for us. Why don't we try?
Honestly, David, you should be thanking me.
For what you do?
Because I've been on strike against Xbox for day one. And look at where y'all at now. Now you got Asha Sharma in your corner. So I've done y'all a favor.
But you've been promoting
y'all owe me 10%.
But you've been promoting PlayStation and look at the state they in.
Yeah, hold on, yeah, Joe. You caused that.
If anything, Xbox.
You just blew their head up and now look at them.
Xbox set the standard for the industry. They start raising their prices, jacking up Game Pass, then here come PlayStation trying to
PlayStation greedy. We go the dynamic gaming.
Yep.
The price increases. I mean, I'm just saying, like the list goes on.
But it's because of the lack of competition. Where now
the lack of competition got them raising the prices.
Hey,
like
Nintendo's in their own lane. We ain't messing with PC, but our direct competitor Xbox is so trash. We can get away with whatever we want now.
But they also competing with Switch. So what's the excuse for that?
Again, Switch is off in its own completely separate lane.
All right. My question for y'all is: if this strike gets organized, will y'all stop gaming for a month to help the gaming industry?
Online or offline?
Everything.
Okay.
They're not gonna know if I'm playing offline.
Well, they can tell.
Okay.
You're not saying gamers ain't gonna do
But
that.
actually, whoa, hold on, because let's get clear about what the strike entails.
Yes.
What do you need me to do?
Anything related to gaming? We're not buying games. We're not playing games. We're not even turning the consoles on for a month straight.
What about my computer?
All I'm saying is that
I don't pay for
I'm playing offline,
a Steam subscription. I've already bought whatever games I already have.
Just consoles. Then I'll stick with consoles.
Okay, so I'm cool. All right, good luck, y'all.
Dang, Joe.
Creator Collab says they'll do it. Tori, will you do it?
Do what?
A month strike of gaming to possibly impact the gaming industry.
Offline?
Yes. If we want change to happen, we complain every week about PlayStation and Sony and this. We ain't doing nothing.
Tori, think about how our people striked back in the day for the boycotts. If one of them would have been like, I still gotta take the bus to work.
Yeah, didn't you bring up Little Caesars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your king. When you said that you love that he helped Rosa Parks, and now you ain't trying to do nothing to help the community.
Now you saying Little Caesars is my king. What about Drake, your king?
He's not my king.
Why don't you strike him to make better music?
I like the music he's making.
He's a scab, Tori. He's already in the trenches.
But would you strike though, Tori?
Off stream, yeah.
Okay, so all right, so Tori will do a.
So you're like, I won't stream the game that I'm playing.
Yeah.
Okay, you won't go online.
Yeah, I'll play off because they not gonna know if I'm playing offline.
But don't you have to be online to play Marvel Rivals?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
I'll play locally.
There's no local.
I'll find a way. I'll find something to play. If I'm not playing Rivals, I'm gonna play something. I can play Animal Crossing.
No, we need to put down a console. No. We need to go support like Boss Battles and all these other places, like the arcades, the old school ones.
Shout outs to Boss Battles.
Yeah, we gotta go and go to those places now. That's what we should do.
Listen, I am going to start pushing on stream that we need to start organizing together and start a gaming strike of some sort. I don't know what it is exactly, but we need to push this and push this out there because otherwise we're going to complain about these things and not do anything. Have gamers ever done anything like this?
Honestly, kind of. When Xbox One was coming out and everybody had like all that really big backlash about the DRM practices.
Yeah,
pre-orders were plummeting. Then they had to reverse their decision.
I was still using it because it was nice.
Because
it was easy. It was hands-free lifestyle. Dave would have loved it. I'd be like, Xbox, turn on.
No. I'm not talking
I
just
used
about. Hold on.
that thing didn't work.
I'm not talking about the Kinect.
Yeah.
Nothing went accurate.
Oh,
We're not talking.
Mine worked.
Tori, I'm not talking about the Kinect right now.
Oh.
I'm talking about the policy that they had before the console came out.
Always on or whatever.
Yeah, where you had to always have at least a daily check-in with the internet.
I mean, it was already connected. It was hard line.
Tori, EBK says if you do it, then they'll do it. See what I'm saying, Tori?
Yeah,
we can start it. You have to like be a leader here. If you start it, the other people will follow.
All right, starting today, we boycotting Drake. Follow me, chat.
I've already been on that, so I'm good.
You gonna follow me, Dave? You gonna follow me, Dave? In solidarity.
I want to do something. What is?
Matter of fact, you know what, Tori? I'm a join.
Because if we take Drake out the game, that'll make everybody else try to put something out.
Now, Tori, tell you what, I'm going to join you on this crusade, folks. America, if you are a Drake hater like myself and Tori,
I don't hate Drake.
We just don't stay on topic.
If you are a Drake hater like myself,
We just don't.
do not listen to his album. Don't support him in that regard. Listen by other means. Go watch reactors.
The way y'all went from that to that is just.
Hey, because I'm at least principled enough to say, hey, I'm a hater, but I'm not going to give it a hate listen.
Okay, but Joe, you doing anything online about Drake content is just boosting up the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Drake haters will spend time hating on Drake when all that does is help him.
Because
should be running up.
They're still the ones who are directly supporting Drake. Yeah,
why aren't y'all listening to other albums? Why aren't y'all pulling up Mos Def and Kendrick instead of pulling up Drake videos? That don't even make sense.
Y'all could have done
I was bumping the GNX song earlier today.
GNX.
I'm gonna try to go check into a hotel and listen to GNX for the rest of the weekend.
Oh my gosh! Here's what I'm saying. I have never in my life said, you know what? Name it. I hate Shawty Low. I hate Soulja Boy. I'm gonna go. I hate Blueface.
You don't listen to Blueface.
Tori, hold on, hear me out. I don't. But I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is I've never been like, oh, Blueface has an album out. Let me go hate on it and watch a bunch of content. But Drake haters, it's like entertainment for them. He's the only artist I've ever seen like that.
This is why I am principled in what I do.
But Joe, I'm saying that's a little bit flawed because you're still helping.
How?
A stream is a stream.
A stream was a stream.
I'm not listening to his stream.
Yes, but you're watching a video about Drake that just boosts up Drake's profile. What is it? Any publicity? What's the quote?
Bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Whatever that quote. Yes, that one.
Again,
y'all are helping him.
If that were the case, how much did Mortal Kombat 1 sell? Did Mortal Kombat 1 make it to Evo?
Who talked about that game?
Exactly, because it was a bad publicity. The game was terrible.
But in this situation here, this is a totally different situation here. I'm saying that there are YouTube channels that do nothing but post Drake hate and they think they're hurting him. Y'all are helping this man. I'm saying I've never, like, for example, Taylor Swift. I don't care about her. So I'm not going to go and watch a reaction because somebody who I hate.
He's the number one
Drake hate.
But the direct way to
to
support the artist is by actually going and engaging with their actual stream, of their actual music.
Yes, that's
I didn't listen to the actual album.
Yes,
I listened to somebody else listening to it, so I'm still hearing the same thing.
You don't think that hating on Drake online, comments, watching content, et cetera, helps him at all?
Okay, put it this way. This is how I just did it. Which I feel like if you're a Drake hater like myself, you should do the same thing.
Let me hear this, because I'm trying to see the...
So you have one person who, whether they love Drake or hate Drake or whatever, they choose to put out a reaction or do a live stream where they're listening to the album. So that's one person giving direct support to the album.
Yes.
Then for whoever else is listening to it, whether they like it or not, they've still already heard it. Yeah, they're hearing it through, chopped up, hearing somebody else's opinion, but I'm still getting the same content. But
I get what you're saying.
I've listened to it, but I've never directly supported it.
Yes, but here's what I'm saying, though.
That would bring the numbers down.
Here's what I'm trying to explain, though. It's like this. By you watching that content, let's say you watch it, that is now telling to YouTube, oh, this is a content that people want to see.
Like an algorithmic.
Yes, you are. Yes, I'm saying in the algorithm, by consuming it, interacting with it, y'all are boosting this up even more. So Drake haters, honestly, that's what they're. Go ahead.
Toys and tits. A lot of my friends hate on Drake, but they for sure listen to the album before me.
That's the problem.
I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of times, a lot of Drake haters will come with information before Drake fans are even able to understand or consume the information.
And listen, that's what my whole point is like this. It's like, okay, I'll give another example. Tyler Perry. A lot of people be hating on Tyler Perry, et cetera,
Can't stand his stuff.
But they still watching it and stuff. I'm like, why do y'all keep watching it if y'all hate?
That's the problem that I'm addressing.
Yes.
The issue is hate watching culture.
Got it.
Rather than people who are actually principled enough to say, I don't support this thing, so I'm not going to directly support it, even if I'm just remotely curious of how it turned out.
But
case in
maybe
point,
not directly,
to bring
but
it back. Hold up. Case in point, to bring it back to the gaming argument, when Street Fighter V dropped, because I did directly support Street Fighter 4. I bought a vanilla copy on my dad's old computer, even if it didn't run great. I eventually got a copy of Super Street Fighter 4. And I was dissatisfied with where Capcom was going at the point. I didn't like Ultra Street Fighter 4. Arcade Edition was all right. I didn't like Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So by the time they announced Street Fighter 5, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to directly support this game until they have actually proved me wrong. So I bought a used copy. I didn't spend a dime on DLC. Anything that I unlocked with in-game currency, even if it took forever. And then by the time that Street Fighter 6 rolled around, when it's like, okay, this actually looks good, let me buy a copy, let me buy some characters, I'm principled in that regard. And more people need to move that way.
Okay, but Joe, what I'm saying is this. The rappers that we really, really hate and don't care about aren't getting mentioned and talked about. I mean, like we said, we're not talking about Blueface. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about these people, even though they're dropping music
even
and
for
stuff.
people who hate Drake, obviously Drake still has an audience. There's people, as you've so painstakingly pointed out, there's people that do genuinely, for one reason or another, like his stuff.
But I'm saying haters are helping him, though.
But
like,
again,
even that right there is not directly, but even interacting with
here's a direct comparison.
Content is still boosting up Drake and keeping him relevant.
But here's a comparison.
He
stays trending.
Yes, y'all keeping him. Y'all keeping him trending.
But here's a comparison. Here's a comparison.
Yes.
Low tier God.
Okay.
So obviously, low tier God, very divisive individual, very, very well deserved. But he's a live streamer. He has people that will go into his live stream who are haters, who will just go there to record, upload clips to their own YouTube channel. You have people that hate watch and go into his streams just to talk trash. You have people that will actually pay him for sets and that just to beat his ass and then just talk trash and stuff like that. But they're still directly supporting him. But for someone like myself, who I think low tier God's really garbage persona is funny, but he's still a piece of crap, so I don't support him. So I will go watch his clips on those YouTube channels that just collect him just taking L's, but I'll never directly support this guy.
Joe, so that's the whole point. But again, are you acknowledging though that is still, by you watching that, you are telling YouTube, you're telling these algorithms that this is content that I want to see and to share it to other people. You are boosting him up. That's what I'm saying.
Even
if
I search for low tier God clips,
yes.
If his channel pops up, I'm still not going to watch it.
But
here's the thing. I'm not saying that it's not a factor.
Thank you. Okay.
But what I'm saying is that people as a whole, if you're really principled about your shit, you need to move that way.
Yes, but I'm saying,
you need to follow my example.
That is almost like okay, let's say that like if you click a low tier God video, let's say that's worth 5 points, sure. But if you still watch other content about him, let's say that's two points. You are still boosting up this person. So haters are helping low tier God, same way they're helping Drake. Is what I'm saying. So I'm saying the reality is if you really don't like somebody, then maybe you shouldn't consume any of their content. That would be the real way to not support them and show true hate for somebody. I'm saying y'all are helping these people, including low tier God and stuff.
I mean, even comparing somebody like low tier God or okay, here's a more egregious example. This kind of feeds into the point. So somebody like what the fuck are they called? They're so trash I can't.
Fresh and Fit?
No. Because even for like someone like low tier God or Fresh and Fit, they're trash, they're garbage people, but there's at least still something relatively interesting or entertaining, even if it's just watching them get dunked on. But then there's other people whose actions are really egregious. Like there was after Etika died. And you know those like 3 a.m. YouTube channels of like, don't call Etika at 3 a.m. Like they uploaded that after like before he was even buried. They were doing that type of content. So I just basically never really touched their content. And of course, they just fell off the radar and they're pretty irrelevant. So in that regard, like, yeah, if you just really don't want to support, of course, put him away. I don't watch a single Mr. Beast video or of like any of his content or whatever. Maybe occasionally watch something that of like current events of stuff that's gone on. But again, like if even for some of those people, like even for somebody like Drake, obviously he has people that like him. And obviously he's interesting enough that somebody's like, okay, what's the next move? Is there hope? Again, there's Drake fans who probably weren't a fan of some sexy songs for you that still checked for Iceman and his other 2 bullshit albums because they were fans at one point. So like, maybe this one will be better than the next one. It still all feeds the machine.
But I'm still, that's the whole point is that you're feeding the machine. Like, can you read that one there with Toys and
like David said, early divisiveness has been a part of his brand from the beginning. Hate watching is probably a part of his formula now. Might depend on a percentage of y'all hating on him.
And that's what I'm
My
saying here is
my
that for
question.
whatever reason, Drake haters consume, like, what I'm saying is this: a stream is a stream, a like is a like, an interaction online is an interaction, algorithm point is an algorithm point. It's like, hey, I'm watching this thing, but I hate him, but I'm still supporting him and keeping him trending. Like, haters are helping this person, is what I'm saying here, and that's the confusing part to me.
Okay, we'll tell you what.
Tori-
One
Go ahead,
final
Tori,
word.
sorry.
Tori wanted to
Okay.
say
Yeah.
something.
My question is, to bring us back to the
Gaming.
gaming.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
Tori.
Mhm.
Oh, you don't know the boy.
Boycott, not playing the game. I don't think that would be any effective because you got to think you got the consoles and then you got the people who make the games. Like, only way you could actually do any damage to the consoles is either um cancel subscriptions like they did with, was that Netflix or whatnot?
Or
Just
Game
cancel
Pass.
or that. I don't think not playing the game is gonna change anything.
Okay.
Especially if it's a game that you've already bought, unless it's something you
or
have to have an
or a
ongoing
game
support
that's
with.
on multiple systems too.
So maybe there's another angle. Maybe we all cancel our online subscription. We start playing offline only or something.
Ooh.
I'm saying there's got to
Or
be
just
some.
don't buy the new thing.
Yeah, I think there's
Because that's the thing. I think
gotta do
that
something
for
for
like the price increases, I think the sales are naturally going to go down. So they're going to feel it.
On the consoles. You
Yeah.
think like PlayStation's one day going to bring down prices?
No, what I'm saying is that now that the prices have gone up, I think now their sales are going to go down.
Oh.
I think that's just inevitable.
But even if they go down, it's almost like kind of like Netflix when they increase the prices. Yeah, a few people canceled, but enough people stayed that it basically was still a net positive for them. Like, remember when Philip DeFranco did a breakdown of
Yeah.
those numbers? Every time people cancel Netflix, enough people stay that at the end of the day, their bottom
Made up
line
the loss
isn't
of now
affected.
it's
Yeah,
still
exactly. So
yeah.
that might happen here too.
But it depends on exactly how far that drops down.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Now, one final example that ties into Drake, but it also ties into the gaming scene. And this is a point that I want to make broadly too. If you continue to make something that's not up to par, eventually you will see that fall off. Case in point, Mortal Kombat. For a while, as I pointed out to you, Mortal Kombat was on the top of the game because it's the Western fighting game. It's tailored to an American audience. It's their fighting game. It's not as hardcore as something like a Tekken or Street Fighter. So it's very casual. It's got all the surface level stuff. It's got the offline modes, the story modes, all that good stuff. But over time, the issues that were plaguing them since the 3D era on like the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, eventually that came back to bite them. It took a while, but eventually you started to see it. You see, after MKX, people were starting to get frustrated. MK11 wasn't all that, but people still checked for it, even if MKX did it for them or didn't. But then by the time you get to MK1, more bad decisions on top of ones that came previous, then you start to see that noticeable fall off.
And what's the connection to the Drake though?
What I'm saying is, like, over time, if you have, let's say, if you're a Drake fan and you've come to the conclusion that this, all I'm hearing is the same subject matter, the same flows that I've been hearing for like the last 10 years. This dude hasn't evolved in his subject matter and his delivery, and he hasn't increased his skill. If anything, he's gotten worse because he's leaning so heavily on the autotune. Stuff that some people are saying, not everybody, but obviously some. Eventually, if you just keep doing that, people are going to lose faith in you. So yeah, you're going to still have people that stick around and check out the next thing out of curiosity or in some kind of hope, but eventually there's going to be that drop off point and you start to see that decline. I'm just saying.
Is that happening now?
It's possible. Like I said, you can see from the reception of the album that yeah, like there's people that are.
But I promise you that what you're saying about the album has been like someone else said, that's been his thing for a long time.
Then you're not at Mortal Kombat 1. But you're at Mortal Kombat 11.
No, what I'm saying in this situation, I don't think that there's been a moment yet where collectively Drake fans have said, "Hey, we're done with you," like we have with other artists. Like I said, we need to name other artists, Kid Cudi, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I'll name a good one, Chance the Rapper. He had an album, The Big Day, that literally killed his entire career because the album was that bad. I don't think Drake has ever missed like that, where fans are saying, "Hey, we're 100% done," like that. It might happen. It can happen with any artist, but I don't think it's happened with him yet, personally.
I mean, just from what I see, it seems like Drake is consistent enough that he just keeps doing the same thing, and it's it obviously, huh? What?
I was
Well, again, like obviously that's going to work for a certain amount of people. You're just getting more of the thing that you like.
Because honestly, Joe, he's actually, I mean, he's bigger now than he was before the beef, I would say, numbers wise and stuff. So it's like, man, it's like there's an increase happening.
But in terms of quality and reception, depending on who you ask, like I said, it's still.
But that's always been the case.
It's still in a shaky spot. But
that's
again,
always been the case. I don't think he's ever been universally praised and loved. Like I think someone else said earlier, I think Vince Art said, yeah, from the beginning when he first came out, man, why he sings too much. He's this, he's soft, he's light-skinned, he's from Degrassi. He's never been universally praised, but somehow, I'm saying that's what people said as far as
when it's convenient.
I'm saying people give critiques or whatever or try to insult, but I'm saying those things have never stopped him from being a major, huge artist or the biggest artist or whatever. So it's like, I don't know.
And again, I acknowledge it's not a factor right now. I'm just not denying that it could be a factor.
Yeah, but it can happen with any artist.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
For all we know, next album could be the big game changer where maybe even I would go like, you know what, this was actually good. Not great, but good. It's possible.
Wow.
If he evolves as a person, evolves creatively, maybe learns to sing better or produce different types of whatever it is, has some better ghostwriters, gets Chat GPT, because AI is accelerated. I'm sure, give him a couple years and maybe he'll plug in some AI prompts that give him some good music. It's possible.
That's possible. But listen, if it happened at this point, that would be fine, because when you're talking about being number one for dang near 17 years in a row, I mean, like, that would be fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't even be an L. It'd be like, this is the longest run we've seen in hip hop history. So that'd be fine.
But you also got to acknowledge, compared to what?
Compared to hip hop overall, I'm saying, like, nobody's ever been, no one's ever been number one for this long in hip hop.
But even hip hop overall, even some of the most skilled musicians and rappers will still not get the shine that they're looking for just because they don't produce.
Sure, I'm talking about I'm talking about just in the mainstream. I'm talking about like when
and even talking mainstream, he's bringing hip hop back on the charts for the first time since Luther left, and that was like in a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's the first. Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we kind of need to give
what I'm saying is there's two sides to it. On the one hand, you have the mainstream trash, and on the other hand, you have like more of the underground or mainstream, but not getting as much shine, even if they are more skilled musicians. I'm saying those are two factors there. So if Drake has made that balance between being good enough to be passable, but also still not as good as like the best out there, on the one hand, good for him that he's still managed to keep that consistency. But at the same time, it's like, am I going to respect him the same that I'm going to respect somebody who's clearly more skilled just because he's more popular? Absolutely not.
No, I'm not saying that. I think that, and then my last point would be, I think earlier you said about like the jack of all trades thing. I do think that like Drake's ability to make hit songs is his superpower. Because we're talking about there are other. Hey, listen,
what's your history with them other two albums?
The other two albums. The other two albums. I'm gonna say this: they're not for me per se, but Joe, I've seen a lot of people also say the same thing, that they like some of those. For example, Pitchfork gave Maid of Honor an 8 out of 10.
Now I can.
They gave Iceman like a 4.
They gave Iceman a lower rating.
The thing is, I can almost understand why they would say that because, like, wasn't made like. One album was like more of like your dance mix. The other one's more of like or R&B, and the other one's more of like your house dance music.
Rolling Stone 2 gave it a 4 out of 5.
To an extent, I can understand, because if that's the type of Drake that you like to listen to, then of course that would appeal more to you than the raps.
Yeah.
My issue is I can listen to it and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? So I don't buy that shit at all. And a great deal of people seem to be also on that same thing, where that's almost the consensus where we're standing right now is Iceman, decent to mid, great, wherever you want to put it. Those other two, very much less so. But obviously there's going to be other people that like it.
Yeah.
There's people that like the Flash movie.
Not a lot, though.
Exactly.
That's the whole point, though, Joe, is that I'm saying, though, there are people who that hate on it, but I'm saying, like, for example, we have something that we call in trash that, okay, sure, there's a few people who say that movie is good.
Right.
I'm saying that you're calling it trash, but there's a lot of people who are saying these things are good as well, and publications who are giving high praise to these albums that you're saying who are trash. So I'm saying there's multiple things going on here. It's not just.
But also when it comes to the numbers, even if whether they said it was trash or not, it still all contributes to the same numbers. Numbers make no distinction.
But I'm talking about even reception. I'm bringing up reviews. Rolling Stone gave it a 4 out of 5. Pitchfork gave it 8 out of 10, etc. And
again, that's where it gets difficult to quantify.
Yeah, it does.
But at the same time, for the things that you can quantify, which is numbers, don't equate to quality. and the things that actually are metric for quality don't always equate to the numbers. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But it's quality to the people who listening to it. To
Very
those
true.
people.
But I
And
also don't give a fuck what they have to say, because if they think it's good, then
Well, as
they
music-
clearly got a problem. So,
Okay.
so back to gaming, I guess.
Were those all our topics?
I mean, that was dang near it
Mm.
for we're past the time.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I know we had some tech issues. Chad, we're gonna try to fix our tech issues for next time. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
For sure.
We apologize for that, but appreciate everybody who's sticking around the entire time.
No, we still have as many as when we first started. That's awesome.
The Omi and the only, you sound like a very reasonable,
I'm
interesting
sorry,
individual.
Iceman was trash. May have to disagree there.
Hey, disagreeing is what we're here for. Isn't that right, everybody?
Yeah, this is basically a debate show.
Essentially.
Whether it's Xbox, Beyonce, Raising Cane's, Drake,
Peace.
James Gunn.
Mario,
Y'all gonna
One
be somewhere
Piece,
next
James
week,
Gunn.
Hmm?
You
Y'all
know,
gonna be somewhere.
that's
next
what we
week,
do.
ain't y'all?
Oh, thank you, Tori. Tori said we're gonna be somewhere next week, Joe.
Oh yeah, we got a convention coming up.
We will be at Anime Riverside, in California from May 29th through June 1st, and the convention is on May 30th and May 31st. That's
Why these
Saturday
conventions
and
always got to
Sunday.
fall when the rent's due? This isn't fair.
This Saturday, next Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully we'll see some people out there, get some good hot takes, get some more content for y'all to throw on our platform.
Always a good opportunity to interact with our audience and see you as real people.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate
That'll
y'all for
do it.
being
Dream
here.
adjourn.
We'll see y'all on the next go round.
Indeed. Take care, everybody. Thank you for all the support, and we will see you next time. Better be.
Later.
Peace.
Iceman turn.
If get out.